बढ़िया टीचर्स प्रॉब्लम्स चुटकी में सुलझाएंगे, डाउट सारी जिंदगी से
Raj, I got your doubt. This is your answer.
समझ आएगा तो मजा आएगा। Vedantu, learn live online. To attend a free live class, download the app now.
Hi guys, this is Saurav here and welcome to the Vedantu channel where we would be discussing the January Mains 2029 January Shift 2 paper and we have to start with chemistry. कैसे हैं आप लोग? Please say hi if you can hear me and if I'm audible. अगर आप मुझे देख सकते हैं, आप मुझे सुन सकते हैं, please write hi and please show some love. Please try to share the video to all your all the social media platforms that you are on, and please try to tell your friends that we are discussing one of the toughest paper that has come until now in chemistry, और I would say in chemistry, क्योंकि मुझे फिजिक्स और मैथ्स का आइडिया नहीं है तो मैं बोलूँगा कि केमिस्ट्री का वन ऑफ द टफेस्ट पेपर जो अभी तक हमने देखा है वो आया है आज इस बार के जेई में. I would say कि whosoever aces this paper is actually एक गॉड लेवल पे केमिस्ट्री की तैयारी उसने करके रखी थी. Okay, now please do tell everybody that we are discussing this and this discussion will be for chemistry then followed by maths जो कि शुभम झावर सर लेंगे and उसके बाद physics that will be taken by विकास सर. Okay, so please go out and tell all your friends that we are starting the discussion, and also please try to maintain the chat as civil as possible. जितने आराम से आप लोग चैट पे हमसे डिस्कशन करेंगे उतने आराम से हम आपके क्वेरीज हम सब सुलझा पाएंगे. ओके, सो हेलो अभिजीत. ओके, फिजिक्स बहुत हार्ड था, हो सकता है यार, एग्जामिनेशन है और डिसअपॉइंटेड नहीं होना है क्योंकि बहुत सारे आपके लेग्स आते हैं. अभी आपके पास अप्रैल का भी शिफ्ट है, एक आइडिया आपको मिल जाता है कि कैसे एग्जामिनेशन को अटेम्प्ट करना है. सो पाहुल सर के क्वेश्चन आ गए, चलो बहुत अच्छी बात है. आई लेट पाहुल सर नो. प्लीज डू राइट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन थैंकिंग पाहुल सर दैट हिज प्रेडिक्टेड क्वेश्चन केम इन द एग्जामिनेशन. ठीक है, चलिए आज स्टार्ट करते हैं हमारा जेई मेंस 2020 का पेपर और एग्जामिनेशन के एंड पे हम आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे वो क्वेश्चंस जो कि आपसे हो जाने चाहिए थे. देखते हैं क्या होता है. चलो, let's start today's paper. The first question for today's paper is this: 5 grams of zinc reacts with excess of NaOH and dilute HCl. Then the volume ratio of hydrogen gas evolved in 1 and 2 is. Okay. Then the volume of hydrogen gas evolved in 1 and 2 is. इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने का तरीका बहुत सिंपल है. फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट ये 5 ग्राम्स को पहले भूल जाओ. First and foremost, you forget about this 5 grams. You first try to write the reaction of zinc with NaOH and then zinc with HCl. If you write a balanced reaction of zinc with NaOH and zinc with HCl, यहाँ पे 2 लगाओगे, यहाँ पे 2 लगाओगे, you will get Na2ZnO2 and you will get ZnCl2 plus H2. This will give हाइड्रोजन. ना इफ यू लुक ओवर हेयर, अगर आप यहाँ पे देखो तो हाइड्रोजन का अमाउंट जो है, द अमाउंट ऑफ हाइड्रोजन विच इज लिबरेटेड इज एग्जैक्टली द सेम इन बोथ द केसेस. 1 मोल ऑफ हाइड्रोजन लिबरेटेड ओवर हेयर, 1 मोल ऑफ हाइड्रोजन लिबरेटेड ओवर हेयर. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस what will happen is the ratio of the amount of gas which is obtained in this case will be alike. Answer should be 1:1. Volume ratio of hydrogen gas obtained in this reaction will be alike, 1:1 होगा. ठीक है, इजी क्वेश्चन है, इसको हम इजी मार्क करके रख सकते हैं. चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे चलते हैं. नेक्स्ट, one of the challenging questions but not a very difficult one. Given KSP for CrOH whole thrice is 6 times 10 raised to minus 31, then determine the OH minus concentration. Easy question. How to solve this question? कैसे solve करना है? देखो, KSP of CrOH whole thrice. If I write CrOH whole thrice, then CrOH whole thrice will dissociate in the form as Cr3 plus 3OH minus. ठीक है, ये तो आप सभी लोग जानते हो. So if the solubility of this is S and this is 3S, the KSP value will be equal to 27 S to the power 4. It will be equal to 27s to the power 4. So KSP हमारा है 6 times 10 raised to minus 31, which is equal to 27s to the power 4. So solubility आपकी कितनी आ जाती है? 6 upon 27 times 10 raised to minus 31 to the power 1 upon 4. Now please look at the options. You do not have to solve the question completely. You do not have to solve the question completely. आपको solubility की value मिल जाती है. You get the value of solubility. Now what is the OH minus concentration? OH minus concentration is 3s. OH minus का जो concentration है that is 3s. So हम इसको 3 से multiply कर देंगे. That will be is the OH minus concentration. So that will make it equal to 3 times 6 upon 27 times 10 raised to minus 31 to the power 1 upon 4. Now 3 को हम क्या लिख सकते हैं? If I want to write 3 can be written as 27 times 3 to the power 1 by 4 लिख सकते हैं? बताओ. Can I write 3 as 27 times 3 to the power 1 by 4? इस नंबर का जो फोर्थ रूट होगा वो 3 के बराबर होगा. Can I write? So I will include this inside the bracket 6 upon 27 times 10 raised to minus 31 to the power 1 upon 4. If I include this under the bracket, okay, 27 times 3 times 6 up by 27. 27 and 27 will get cancelled out. I will have 6 times 3 left out. The answer will turn out to be A. The answer will turn out to be A. 18 times 10 raised to minus 31 to the power 1 upon 4. It's not that difficult. However, since आप fourth root को use कर रहे हो, so थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे time लग सकता है. थोड़ा सा time लग सकता है. Not very difficult. I would say moderate. इसको आप moderate की category में रख दो. Okay? Not very difficult, not very easy, but it is moderate. चलो. Third question, exactly from NCERT. Okay, exactly from NCERT. First option देखते हैं. LiCl does not dissolve in pyridine. LiCl has substantial amount of covalent character, and because of that does not dissolve in pyridine, which is actually sorry. Select the correct statement. LiCl does not dissolve. Sorry, LiCl dissolves in pyridine. It does not नहीं होना चाहिए. It dissolves in pyridine. ये incorrect statement है. Lithium does not react with ethyne to form ethanide, which is correct. Lithium does not react. Small size, large polarizability, large polarizing power. Lithium and magnesium react slowly with water, obviously, because size छोटा होता है, बहुत धीरे धीरे वो react करते हैं. Ionization energy is point में answer था. See, the thing is, these are memory based questions, so हो सकता है कि थोड़े options ऊपर नीचे हों. Okay, थोड़े option ऊपर नीचे हों. Among alkali metals, lithium has highest hydration tendency. Correct. Hydration tendency is dependent on the size and as well as the charge density. So charge density जिसका सबसे ज़्यादा रहेगा. So charge density is charge per unit volume. Charge is the same for all metal cations from group 1, but the size is smallest for lithium. So the right answer would be B, C and D. So answer हो जाएगा आपका A. Okay? ठीक है? So ये I would say that this is a easy question. ठीक है? कितने easy question हो गए अभी तक? We have 2 easy questions until now. Next question is this. Given an element having following ionization enthalpy IE1 is 496. Now this is one of the most beautiful questions in this paper. Okay, I really love this question because question में आपसे पूछा गया है कि IE1 is given as 496, IE2 is given as this. 1 mole of hydroxide of this element reacts with HCl and H2SO4. You have to identify moles of HCl and H2SO4 reacted respectively. Now एक मिनट के बाद तो मुझे भी लगा कि आयोनाइजेशन एनर्जी से मैं मोल्स कैसे निकालूं. Then I had to think IE1 is given as 496. IE2 is given as 4562. Do you see that amount of jump? 496 say 4562. 4000 का almost jump हो रहा है. There is a jump of 4000. It means that this element must be attaining a noble gas configuration after losing one electron. So this metal must be attaining a noble gas configuration. यहाँ पे इसका noble gas configuration आ जा रहा है. And then it is being made to go to M2 plus. Okay, so this metal must be from which group? This metal must be from which group? So this is from group 1. This metal must be from group 1. So if this metal is from group 1, MOH. So अगर group 1 से है, मान लो कि सोडियम ले लेते हैं, तो मान I am just for the sake of convenience I am telling we should know the element. Yes, exactly Rohan. NaOH plus HCl ले लेते हैं and NaOH plus H2SO4 ले लेते हैं. I really don't know what this metal is. I'm assuming it to be sodium because it is from group 1. Okay. So NaOH with HCl, NaOH with H2SO4. What is the ratio in which they react? 1, 1. This will be 2. This will be 1. So can we tell what is the ratio? कितना होना क्या होना चाहिए? Answer should be A. 1 is to 0.5. 1 and 0.5. It's not easy. It's a tricky question because you never see a question like this जहाँ पे कि ionization energy से number of moles निकालने को बोला गया है. Okay, so it's a tricky question. I would say that it is moderate. Okay, it's a moderate question. Next question is this. ये एकदम लड्डू question है. This is a very laddu question. Reactant A is represented by square in is equilibrium with product B represented by circles. Equilibrium constant is what? So what is the equilibrium constant? So this is B and this is A. If it is an equilibrium, then equilibrium constant will be the concentration of B upon concentration of A. Okay, it's a very easy question. आपको B के circles कितने हैं? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. 11 upon 1 2 3 4 5 6. So almost 2 होना चाहिए. Approximately the answer should be 2. Okay, approximately answer should be 2. It's a very easy question. ये easy की category में आ जाएगा. It's a very easy question. ठीक है, चलो. Next question is this. Given the following complexes, what is the correct order of spin only magnetic moment for the above complex? This is a very nice question. How do you solve this one? Okay, गलत नहीं था question. That was an easy question. Now you can see that spin only magnetic moment questions are getting repeated over in all sessions. So please do revise. If you have a paper today in the second session, please do revise the spin only magnetic moment वाला part. उसको याद करके रखो. ठीक है, यहाँ पे एक चीज दे दी गई है. Actually ये delta होना चाहिए. This one should be delta. Okay, so if I take the first one, Fe2 plus strong field ligand. Okay, Fe2 plus is a bonded to a strong field ligand which is Cn. So यार options गलत हो सकते हैं, question पे ध्यान दो. Fe is bonded to a strong field ligand which is Cn. So इसका Fe2 plus is D6. So this will be present as T2G6 Eg0. Okay, T2G6 Eg0. Next, chromium is in +2 CrH2O6 plus weak field ligand D5 configuration. Sorry, D4 configuration इसका होगा In D4 configuration, weak field ligand T2G3EG1. Okay, number of unpaired electrons is 0. Number of unpaired electrons is 4. CO. Now, guys, this is the third complex is very interesting, because what do you think is the oxidation state of cobalt? Cobalt is bonded to chlorine. So chlorine का oxidation state -1 होता है, and it is bonded to NET4, nitrogen with 4 ethyl groups. Nitrogen with 4 ethyl groups will have a positive charge on nitrogen. Okay, nitrogen with 4 ethyl groups will have a positive charge on nitrogen. अगर इसके 2 यूनिट्स मैंने ले लिए हैं और यहाँ पे +1 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट है, तो इसका ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट +2 होगा. ओके, clear? So CO +2, which is present with weak field ligand. Cobalt is iron, cobalt, nickel. So D7 configuration. D7 configuration weak field ligand में हो जाएगा क्या? T2GEG, यहाँ पे 2 आ जाएगा, and this will be 5. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I will get a total of 3 unpaired electrons. Okay, and Fe, if I write it for Fe, so Fe is present as -6 plus 3, so 3 plus, that is D5 configuration. Okay, D5 is present with delta is greater than P. Delta is greater than P. It means it is what kind of a ligand? Delta is greater than P. Delta होता है T2GN energy EG का energy difference. Okay, T2GN and pairing energy से ज़्यादा है, इसका मतलब कि pairing होना easy है. Okay, pairing is easy. So this will be treated as a strong field ligand. I will get T2G5 EG0. Number of unpaired electrons is 1. So जिसमें सबसे ज़्यादा unpaired electrons है, उसकी magnetic moment सबसे ज़्यादा हो जाएगी. Okay, magnetic moment would be maximum for second, followed by third, followed by fourth, followed by first. Answer should be A. Okay, options could be jumbled. Okay, options could be jumbled. The reason why this options look a little different from what they are in the examination is because these are memory based question. Okay, cutoff will be reduced obviously. ठीक है, cutoff will be reduced, but this is an interesting question. You have to give some time. Okay, you have to give some time. This is a hard question. This is a hard question. The reason is people might make mistake over here in third one. ठीक है, paper is slightly lengthy. Yeah. Next, select the correct option. This is quite interesting, quite easy. Select the correct option. Entropy is a function of temperature. Also, entropy change is a function of temperature. यार पहला स्टेटमेंट ही करेक्ट है. द रीजन इज एंट्रोपी अगर आप निकालते हो, देन यू राइट इट एज एन CV ln T2 by T1. ओके, एंड एंट्रोपी चेंज जब आप निकालते हो del S, तो यू विल राइट del Q upon T. So entropy change as well as entropy, both of them are dependent on temperature. Both of them are a function of temperature. The answer should be A. Okay. A given in NCERT clearly. Yes, in exactly, Aditya. The most important point, guys, is if you are having a paper, please do not forget to read NCERT line by line. NCERT से आपके कितने ही सारे questions आ जाएंगे, पूरे exact statements. Okay, exact statements. Please do ensure that you read NCERT. Next, a compound B3N3H3Cl3 reacts with LiBH4 to form inorganic benzene B. A reacts with C to form this. B and C are respectively. Yeah, this is again a question from NCERT. this is again a question from NCERT, but you have to remember what is inorganic benzene. Inorganic benzene is known by the name borazine. Inorganic benzene is known by the name borazine. तो बोराजीन होना चाहिए. और ये जो सेकंड ऑप्शन है, यहाँ पे एक मिथाइल ग्रुप आ रहा है. ये मिथाइल ग्रुप ग्रिग्नर्ड रिएजेंट से आता है. दिस मिथाइल ग्रुप comes from Grignard reagent. You have to remember this reaction given in NCERT, given in any standard textbook. Answer should be borazine and MEMGBr. Right answer should be this. Borazine का formula होता है B3N3H6. Inorganic benzene बोलते हैं इसको. It can give addition reactions as opposed to benzene which cannot give addition, can only give electrophilic aromatic substitution. Okay, चलो. Next, in a box, a mixture containing hydrogen, oxygen, COR along with charcoal is present. Now, charcoal is a substance which absorbs gases. So, over a period of time, the number of moles of gas which are present in the container will keep on reducing because वो surface पे absorb होते जाएंगे. So, pressure decrease करता जाएगा. It will decrease with time. So, हमारे पास आंसर क्या होना चाहिए? ये होना चाहिए. ओके, इट विल नॉट बी दिस. ओके, लीनियर डिक्रीज नहीं होता है. लीनियर डिक्रीज नहीं होता. फ्रंटलिक आइसोथर्म अगर आप देखो तो उसमें भी इंक्रीज इज स्लो एंड इंक्रीज इज फास्ट एंड देन इट बिकम्स स्लो. ओके, बिकॉज द सरफेस साइट्स keep getting occupied, so over a period of time the rate of adsorption also keeps on decreasing. Linear इसलिए नहीं हो सकता है क्योंकि surface sites are getting adsorbed, so the rate of adsorption will decrease with time. Okay, this was easy. Next, given a complex CONH3 4, यार यहाँ पे क्या कर दिया इन्होंने, ये 4 यहाँ नहीं होगा, यहाँ पे होगा. if ClCOCl bond is 90 degree then it is. so यार Ma2, ये मैंने पहले भी डिस्कशन में बताया है, Ma4B2. if the complex is like this, then it can be shown B A A A A. The angle over here is 90 degrees. If the angle over here is 90 degrees, they are, what kind of isomer are they? Answer should be A. Cis isomer hoga. Answer should be A. Ma4B2 shows geometrical isomerism. Okay? Clear? Ma4B2 shows geometrical isomerism. Now guys, we have solved about 10 questions. Please do tell your friends that we are solving questions right now. Please do spread the word. In all the social media platforms on which you are. And please do like the video. Please smash the like button if you are liking the way the discussion is going. Okay? Chaliye. Next question is 11th. Among the following, which has minimum conductivity. Conductivity will depend on the number of ions. अब देख लो, saline water में तो बहुत सारे dissolved ions होते हैं. There are lot of impurities. Impurities रहने से भी conductivity increase कर जाती है. सी वाटर एंड सलाइन वाटर में बहुत ज़्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं है. सी वाटर थोड़ा ज़्यादा कॉन्टैमिनेटेड रहता है तो कंडक्टिविटी थोड़ी ज़्यादा रहती है उसकी. सलाइन वाटर, वेल वाटर में भी मिनरल्स रहते हैं. द ओनली प्लेस इन विच मिनरल्स आर नॉट प्रेजेंट इज डिस्टिल्ड वाटर. द राइट आंसर शुड बी ए. ओके, आयोनाइजेशन बोला था सर. आई डिड मिनिमम कंडक्टिविटी है ना क्वेश्चन. Okay, agar ionization, seawater is like samudri pani. It contains sodium chloride and other chlorides which are mixed together. Sodium chloride, potassium chloride, magnesium chloride, so many chlorides. Okay, so many different salts are mixed in it. So if there are so many ions which can be produced or which are present within the within the solution, it will have higher conductivity. Okay, chalo. Next question, number of sp2 hybrid orbitals in benzene. Very nice question. This question is easy. The previous one was also easy. This is benzene, guys. Okay, this is benzene. You have 6 carbon atoms. 6 carbon atoms. Each of them are using 3 sp2 hybrid orbital. 6 carbon atoms. Each of them are using 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals to form bonds. So the number of sp2 hybrid orbitals, क्यों इसका hybrid, each हर एक का hybridization क्या है? sp2. So 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals are used. Each carbon atom 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals if is being used, the answer will turn out to be 18. Okay, answer will turn out to be 18. एक p orbital use नहीं होता है. Okay, people, if please do not write 6. 6 is not the right answer. Obviously 6 is not the right answer. 6 and 6 हो नहीं सकता. Answer will be 18. Answer will be 18. ठीक है, answer will be 18. If you haven't multiplied, यार पूछा क्या गया है? Number of sp2 hybrid orbitals. So 1 number of sigma bonds is equal to number of hybrid orbitals. The question has been asked in a different way. If they would had asked you how many sigma bonds are present, बताइए, if they would had asked you how many sigma bonds are present, sigma bonds कितने present है, तो आपका आंसर क्या होता? If they had asked you how many sigma bonds are present, तो आप क्या आंसर लिखते? You would had written the answer as 18. The same goes for the number of sp2 hybrid orbitals. ठीक है? So it's an easy question. Next question is this: which of the following reaction will not form a racemic mixture? Interesting, a little challenging question. So इसको हम solve करेंगे. देख लो. The first one, can you see that HCN? So HCN के साथ ये compound अगर react करता है, it will give OH MECN. It will give me a cyanohydrin. This will give me a cyanohydrin. ठीक है? Now can you over here as well, Markovnikov addition will take place. Markovnikov addition will give Cl. Okay? Same question Pahul sir explained. Please do write in the comment section that Pahul sir, thank you Pahul sir. Okay? Please do write. Pahul sir will be so damn happy. This compound will undergo a reaction in which यहाँ पे कार्बोकेटायन बनेगा, फिर it will rearrange to this position, and at the 3 degree position I will attach a chlorine atom. In this case Br like this. Now tell me guys, in which of the options we are getting a chiral center? We are getting a chiral center. Chiral center कैसे बताएंगे? Which is attached to 4 different groups. This has a chiral center. Okay, this has a chiral center. This has a chiral center. ठीक है? यहाँ पे और एक chiral center है. This is also a chiral center. This has a chiral center. In which of the options we do not have a chiral center? In which of the options we do not have a chiral center? The right answer, which will not form a racemic mixture, the one that will not have a chiral center will not form a racemic mixture, because when a chiral center is generated, it is quite possible कि ये dextro भी हो सकता है, ये levo भी हो सकता है. So answer should be B. This is hard. Okay. Maximum conductivity would be seawater. Maximum conductivity would be seawater. लभेश राठौड़, मैक्सिमम कंडक्टिविटी सी वाटर रहेगा क्योंकि उसमें सबसे ज़्यादा इम्प्योरिटी और सबसे ज़्यादा आयॉन्स डिसॉल्व रहते हैं. ओके, आंसर शुड बी दिस. Next question is this: in which of the following compounds CCl bond length is shortest? So CCl bond length will be shortest in that case where the lone pair on chlorine is conjugated throughout the molecule. Okay, इसमें सबसे ज़्यादा conjugation होगा. So chlorine lone pair is conjugated over here. Chlorine's lone pair is conjugated over here. Chlorine's lone pair is conjugated over here. Okay. Chlorine's lone pair is conjugated over here. Now, in all cases conjugation is happening, but एक चीज आप और भी देखो, CH3 will show hyperconjugation in this direction. Can I say CH3 will show hyperconjugation in this direction? उल्टे direction में. OCH3 will show resonance in this direction. So what will happen? एक रेजोनेंस इस तरफ हो रहा है, एक रेजोनेंस इस तरफ हो रहा है. That will be cross conjugation. Cross conjugation always reduces the extent of conjugation. In NO2, resonance will take place in this direction. So can we say that Cl का जो resonance है, that will take place all the way through this direction? Cl's resonance will take place all the way through this direction. The right answer will be जहां पे सबसे ज्यादा रेजोनेंस हो रही है. सबसे ज्यादा रेजोनेंस कहां पे होगी? यहां पे. द राइट आंसर शुड बी डी. CCl बॉन्ड लेंथ विल बी लीस्ट इन दिस केस. ओके, CCl बॉन्ड लेंथ विल बी लीस्ट इन दिस केस. क्लियर? चलो. So this is again a moderately difficult question. It is moderate, it's not easy. This is difficult. This paper is difficult. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, बायोकेमिकल ऑक्सीजन डिमांड. एक बहुत ही पोल्यूटेड सैंपल ऑफ वाटर में द अमाउंट ऑफ ऑक्सीजन कंटेंट डिक्रीजेस एंड द अमाउंट ऑफ ऑक्सीजन रिक्वायर्ड बाय द बैक्टीरिया टू ब्रेक डाउन द ऑर्गेनिक मैटर प्रेजेंट विल बी वेरी वेरी लेस. तो उनको डिमांड काफ़ी ज़्यादा रहेगी बैक्टीरिया को डिकम्पोज करने के लिए. For bacteria to decompose any sample of organic matter, the demand of oxygen will be high. So answer should be B. ये इसका definition ही होता है. Answer इसका definition ही है. ठीक है? Next, monomer of which of the following polymer is chiral? Monomer of which of the following polymer is chiral? ब्यूना एन स्टाइरीन एंड 1,3-ब्यूटाडाइन होता है. नियोपिरीन इज अगेन समथिंग लाइक दिस Cl. नाइलॉन 6,6 हेक्सामिथिलीन डाइअमीन होता है एंड एडिपिक एसिड. बोथ ऑफ देम आर अकायरल. सो आई एम सॉल्विंग दिस बाय द मेथड ऑफ एलिमिनेशन. मुझे इसका मालूम है, इसका मालूम है, इसका मालूम है. इनके लिए जो सब्सटेंसेस लाइक एडिपिक एसिड इज a chiral unit and hexamethylene diamine is a chiral unit. Buna S styrene in 1,3-butadiene, both of them are achiral. So I'm solving it by the method of elimination. I guess the answer should be D. PHBV will be the answer. Buna S नहीं, Buna N था भाई. ठीक है, अगर Buna N भी रहेगा तो भी कोई डिफरेंस नहीं आ जाएगा. शिवा साई दिनेश, Buna N will also not create a difference. Okay, it will not create a difference. ठीक है? My point is this is a memory based question. Even if Buna N is present over here, it will not be a challenge. Again, this is a moderate question. This is a moderate question. Next question is this. This question is challenging, moderate question, नॉट एन ईजी वन. आपको मालूम होना चाहिए कि ये टेस्ट क्या होते हैं. यहां पे देखो एक मॉलिश टेस्ट दिया गया है. सो मॉलिश टेस्ट इज फॉर कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स. मॉलिश टेस्ट इज फॉर कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स. ओके, इट कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स इंक्लूड मोनोमर्स, मोनोसैकेराइड, डाइसैकेराइड, पॉलीसैकेराइड. कोई भी कार्बोहाइड्रेट मॉलिश टेस्ट दे देगा. ओके, Baford test. This is for monosaccharides only. This is for monosaccharides only. This is for monosaccharides only. And biuret test इज फॉर एमाइड लिंकेज. ओके, पॉलीएमाइड्स हम बोल सकते हैं कि प्रोटीन्स का टेस्ट है, प्रोटीन्स और पॉली एमाइड और एमाइड लिंकेज को आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए. सो हमारा इसमें कार्बोहाइड्रेट कौन सा है, विच इज अ मोनोसैकेराइड. बताओ. ए इज gives smallest test but does not give Bafford and Biuret test. So A should be a carbohydrate which could be a monosaccharide, but it is definitely not a protein. So A can be lactose. A can be lactose. A can also be glucose. Second, give Smallish and Bafford. अगर ये Bafford और Mollish दोनों दे रहा है, इसका मतलब ये ग्लूकोज होना चाहिए. ओके, दिस शुड बी ग्लूकोज ऑफ द ऑप्शंस. सो ग्लूकोज भी हो सकता है, फ्रक्टोज भी हो सकता है. सो आई कैन हैव दीज थ्री. दिस कैन नॉट बी देयर बिकॉज सुक्रोज इज अ डाइसैकेराइड. सुक्रोज कैन नॉट बी दिस. ओके, नाउ लास्ट वन इज प्रोटीन्स. सो ये तो प्रोटीन नहीं है, ये प्रोटीन है, बट ये ऑप्शन ले ही नहीं सकते हैं, ये तो है नहीं प्रोटीन, ये प्रोटीन है. राइट आंसर शुड बी ए. राइट आंसर शुड बी ए. यस, इट्स हार्ड AF. सो ये आई वुड नॉट से इट्स हार्ड, आई वुड से इट्स मॉडरेट. अगर आप पहले सेशंस डायरेक्टली दिया है एनसीईआरटी में, यस, आपको एनसीईआरटी डायरेक्टली पढ़ना पड़ेगा यार. ये मॉडरेट क्वेश्चन है बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल डू नॉट रीड एनसीईआरटी. यू हैव टू रीड एनसीईआरटी. ओके, ग्लूकोज फ्रक्टोज एल्बुमिन कैसे हो सकता है? सो लैक्टोज, ग्लूकोज एंड एल्बुमिन विल बी द आंसर. It is not a SN2 reaction. Sane S, I will come back to that question. Just a moment. Let me finish this. I'll come back to that question. Next question is this. The order of basic character. You have solved this question innumerable times. Okay? You have solved this question innumerable times. पहला है pyridine, first is aniline, second one is pyrrole, third one is pyridine, fourth one is cyclohexylamine. The one which will be showing highest basic character should have no conjugation of the lone pair of electrons. तो जहां conjugation नहीं present है, okay, where conjugation is not present will be most basic. So fourth will be most basic, followed by थर्ड. फोर्थ के बाद थर्ड आना चाहिए. हमारे पास एक ही ऑप्शन है ऐसा. आंसर शुड बी बी. आंसर बी होगा, डी नहीं होगा यार. आंसर विल नॉट बी डी. यहां का लोन पेयर कॉन्जुगेशन में है यार. सॉरी गाइज. ओके, फोर्थ फॉलोड बाई थर्ड. ओके, फोर्थ फॉलोड बाई थर्ड. रिमेंबर, most basic followed by this, followed by 1, followed by 2. 2 would be the least basic because the lone pair is involved in aromaticity. Okay, basicity was asked. Yeah, basicity पूछा गया ना, basic character पूछा गया. basic character और basicity में कोई difference नहीं है. basic character and basicity in organic chemistry have no difference with each other. Okay, option Revati, option sequence could be incorrect, but did we solve the question correctly? Yes. Okay, अरे Palaka Tripti, basicity is being asked, and basicity is the same as basic character. Okay, basicity is the same as decreasing order. Yes, exactly. ठीक है. थर्ड में कॉन्जुगेशन नहीं है. यस, बिल्कुल सही गोपाल. थर्ड में कॉन्जुगेशन नहीं है ना. लोन पेयर इज नॉट कॉन्जुगेटेड विथ द डबल बॉन्ड्स. क्लियर? चलो, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज दिस इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. दिस आई वुड नॉट से इजी, ऑब्वियसली नॉट इजी. देखो, कंपाउंड ए, why third got second position? Array, it is not in conjugation, so it will be more basic. If it is in conjugation, it is not available for donation. Okay, that is how you have to interpret it. Compound A, NaNO2 HCl beta naphthol colored compound. So एक चीज याद रखो कि if it is reacting with NaNO2 HCl, it is forming a diazo compound, diazonium it is forming a diazonium salt. Okay, it is forming a diazonium salt. So I need to have a NH2 in the molecule for it to behave to form a diazonium salt. अगर हमने एक molecule लिया जिसमें एक NH2 है and we react it with NaNO2 HCl, I would get a benzene diazonium salt, N2 plus Cl minus. Okay, I'll get a benzene diazonium salt. ठीक है. अरे कलर्ड कंपाउंड नहीं भी लिखा रहे तो आपको जानना तो चाहिए. You need to know that that's a colored compound. This option had come in one of the JEE advanced paper. पुराने एक JEE advanced paper में एक सेम ये इस तरह का क्वेश्चन दिया गया था. Okay? So this cannot be an answer. Obviously D cannot be an answer. Now it is made to react with bromine H2O and we are getting a tribromo product. We are getting a tribromo product. Think guys, think very logically. If I attach, एक बात बताओ, how many distinct positions are there to attach bromine? I will attach bromine over here. Can you see? I can attach bromine over here. क्योंकि if the bromine unit comes, bromine will get directed with respect to NH2. Bromine will get directed to NH2 because NH2 pushes electron to a greater extent. So bromine can get attached over here. Bromine can get attached over here. Can I say that? बताइए. Can I say that in A, bromine can get attached over here or over here because NH2 is a more electron donating group. Is everybody agreeing with me on this? On A, over here and over here. Okay? In C, I can attach bromine over here or over here. Ortho para, NH2 is ortho para, so NH2 के ortho पे जाके लग सकता है. ठीक है? Now, in B option, can get attached over here, can get attached over here, can get attached over here. So if I am putting 3 bromine, that means both the ortho and the para position are vacant. Both ortho and para positions are vacant. I do not have to solve the rest of the question. I can just look at the options, eliminate it and write the answer as B. Answer should be B. Okay, very good Varsha, very very good. If anybody has solved it as B, very good guys. इसको solve करना बहुत ज़्यादा easy नहीं है क्योंकि मेरे से भी, to be very honest, मेरे से भी पहले attempt में थोड़ी सी mistake हो गई थी. ठीक है? It's a hard question. It's a hard question. ठीक है? It's a hard question. चलिए. Let's go to the next question. ये question भी अच्छा खासा challenging है. चलो let's start with this. Compound X undergoes so many reactions. Okay, compound X undergoes so many reactions, forms this particular thing. पहली बात तो हमें ये जानना चाहिए कि first and foremost I need to know that what is this molecule. Okay, can I say that this molecule is a alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde? Can I say that this molecule is a alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde? If somebody is not able to see, I'll write it slightly bigger. This position is alpha and this position is beta. This is a alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. Yes? Yes? If this is a alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde कहाँ मिलता है? कौन से रिएक्शन में मिलता है? अल्फा बीटा अनसैचुरेटेड एल्डिहाइड इज ऑब्टेन्ड इन एल्डोल. सो ये जो लास्ट रिएक्शन है ये एल्डोल है. द लास्ट रिएक्शन इज एल्डोल. ठीक है? The last reaction is aldol. Clear? Now if the last reaction is aldol, हमें ये aldol कहाँ से मिला होगा? How do I identify that? I disintegrate this bond and put a double bond O over here. मतलब इस पॉइंट पे हम एक डबल बॉन्ड O लगा देते हैं. सो हमारा प्रोडक्ट इस तरह का होना चाहिए. Something like this. 1 2 3 4 5. Yes, I should be like this. Okay, it should be like this. This compound can undergo aldol condensation to give this compound. Okay, and this compound can be obtained by the ozone lysis. This is reductive ozone lysis. 3 and 4 taken together is reductive ozone lysis. ये किसके ozone lysis से मिलेगा guys? It will be obtained from the ozonolysis of this compound, isn't it? It will be obtained. I will join this point and this point. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6. हो गया हमारा question solve. Our question is done. Okay, our question is done because now I obtain this. एक ही option बचता है D. हम उससे पहले वाले में alcoholic QH I do not have to even take into consideration. I do not have to take this into consideration. Answer should be D. मेरे को 1 and 2 लेने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. I just identify what is this compound. And अगर यहाँ पे if I would had more than one option with a cyclohexane, maybe I could have had a confusion. Okay? अरे B के तक तो हमको जाना ही नहीं है ना. B I will not go. I am going in the backward direction. I have identified that this is aldol reaction. I have identified that this is aldol condensation product है. Aldol condensation product must have been obtained from this compound, which is obtained from ozonolysis. Okay, so ozonolysis हमारे इस compound का अगर हो रहा था, okay, श्रीकांत you are not listening. आप सिर्फ spam किए जा रहे हो. You are not listening. You are not listening. Listen to me. Listen to me. You are not listening properly. If the compound is obtained from this, then the compound has to be cyclic. Alcoholic KOH, remember, it will not form a carbocation. There is no carbocation. There is no carbocation formation in the second step of the reaction. If I write the overall reaction कुछ इस तरह का हो रहा है. This is cyclohexane. You take bromine in presence of sunlight. You will get Br over here. KOH, you're getting this. इसके बाद O3 zinc plus Me2S. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Beyond that, it will be aldol condensation. 140 will fetch you a decent percentile. Okay. रिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्शन होगा ही नहीं ना यार. देयर इज नो रिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्शन. रिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्शन आप कैसे, मतलब इसके बाद रिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्शन होगा क्योंकि यहां पे आप कर रहे हो aldol condensation. If you do aldol condensation, then from here anion will attack over here. Okay, this point and this point will get connected to each other. You will get a 5-membered ring. Okay, right answer should be D. चलिए नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे चलते हैं. द टोटल नंबर ऑफ CRO बॉन्ड्स इन क्रोमेट आयन एंड डाइक्रोमेट आयन. नाउ दिस इज very interesting. This is very interesting because the question asks you about bonds. The question does not ask you about sigma bonds and pi bonds. So in my opinion, this is slightly ambiguous because total number of CRO bonds अगर हम लेते हैं तो chromate ion will look like this. CrO4 2 minus will look like this. Cr double bond O, O minus, and Cr2O7 2 minus will look like this. Cr Okay. Clear? Now the problem over here is if they are asking total number of bonds, अभी तक का हमारा assessment यही रहा है कि we take into consideration the number of sigma and number of pi, but if I take the number of sigma and number of pi, then our answer should be number of sigma and number of pi के हिसाब से हमारा आंसर आ जाएगा number of sigma plus pi will give me the answer 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18. I will get the answer as 18. If I take number of sigma and number of pi, the answer will be 18. But if I take only bonds, कितने bonds है? ये एक bond है, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, if I'm not wrong. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So only bonds 12. So in my opinion the question is slightly ambiguous. Question ambiguous है क्योंकि यहाँ पे पूछा गया है number of bonds. Usually the conception is to take the number of sigma and bond. There is no ion, only chromate. So I personally do not know what should be the right answer because the question's language is slightly confusing. Okay, question's language is slightly confusing. ठीक है? If you write 15 and 15 is not possible. Okay, question's language is slightly confusing. So some people might challenge this question once the answer keys are once the answer keys are made public, or this could be a question given as a bonus. ठीक है? Next question is this. This is one of the few very interesting questions in this paper. Lactobacillus has a generation time. ये बहुत लोग नहीं पढ़ते हैं and usually बच्चों को पढ़ाया नहीं जाता है. But if you have read bacteria growth is decided by generation times. What is generation time? Generation time is the time in which the bacteria sample becomes the population becomes double. Okay, population becomes double. So if the formula is ln nt upon n naught is equal to kt. This is the formula. Okay, this is the formula. If t is equal to t generation, then nt will be written as nt will be twice of n naught. Okay, please do इसको लिख लीजिए. T gen nt will be twice of n naught. So ln twice of n naught upon n will be k times t generation. ठीक है? T generation. Now can we say from this relation that t generation is inversely proportional to k? T generation is inversely proportional to k. Can I say this? बताइए. T generation is inversely proportional to k. बोल सकते हैं? यार देखो, generation time वो time होता है in which the bacteria sample becomes double. Okay, the bacteria sample becomes double. So आपके 100 bacteria units थे और bacteria I would say bacteria थे, they become 200. ठीक है? So T generation becomes 1 by k, proportional to 1 by k. So now you can calculate it. You know this relation, log k2 upon k1 is equal to EA upon 2.303 R times T2 minus T1 upon T1 T2 upon T1 T2. So log of K2 is the second generation time. Second generation time is 40 minutes and first generation time is 60. So यहाँ पे अगर हम 60 लिखते हैं at 300, so this will be written as 60 upon 40. Okay, I will be writing this as 60 upon 40. ठीक है, A 60 upon 40 because it is inversely proportional. तो फर्स्ट का जनरेशन टाइम K1 के लिए आप लिखोगे, K1 के लिए लिखोगे 1 by, for K1 you will write 1 by T generation time 1, for K2 you will write 1 by T generation time 2. So 60 ऊपर चला जाएगा, 40 यहाँ पे, EA upon 2.303 R, this will become 300 and 400, so this will be 100 upon 12000. आपको सॉल्व करना होगा ये क्वेश्चन. ओके, प्लीज यू हैव टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन. सी रिमेंबर, जनरेशन टाइम कभी पढ़ाया नहीं जाता है. जनरेशन टाइम इज द टाइम इन विच द बैक्टीरिया का जो पॉपुलेशन है दैट बिकम्स डबल. सो वी गेट अ रिलेशन लाइक दिस. If you haven't watched the video, please go back and watch it again. The formula is this: ln K ln nt upon n naught is equal to K T. If T is equal to generation, if T is equal to T generation, nt will become twice of n naught. ठीक है? And we will get a relation that T generation is inversely proportional to K. So you have to solve this question. Your answer will come as to be equal to, आपका आंसर आ जाना चाहिए 3.984 किलोजूल पर मोल. 3.984 kilojoule per mole. Okay, the right this is a hard question, this is a difficult one guys, because a lot of people do not know what generation time is. Okay, what generation time is. Clear? Next question पे चलते हैं. 1 liter of sea water density is 1.3 gram per centimeter cube, contains 10.3 milligram of O2 gas. Determine O2 in ppm. Very simple question, very simple question. How do we solve this? If I take 1 liter sea water whose density is 1.03 gram per cc, okay, I will have to identify the mass of sea water. Mass per unit volume is density. Mass per unit volume is density. So density is 1.03 times volume, which is 1000 ml, which will give 1030 grams. 1030 grams. Okay, 1030 grams. We do not have to use M1V1. Okay, 1030 grams. Now what is the meaning of ppm? ppm का मतलब ये होता है कि 10.3 milligrams जो है, 10.3 milligrams means 10.3 times 10 raised to minus 3 grams is present in 1030 grams contains 10.3 times 10 raised to minus 3 grams of O2. So 10 raised to 6 में कितना रहेगा? Okay, 10 raised to 6 में कितना रहेगा? तो 1 ग्राम में कितना होगा? 10.3 times 10 raised to minus 3 upon 1030. 10 raised to 6 grams will have, इसको आप 10 raised to 6 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दीजिए. You multiply this with 10 raised to 6, यहाँ पे 10 आ जाएगा. So ये 10 raised to 5 हो गया, फिर गया एक 0, 10 raised to 4, this becomes 1. Answer should be 10. Answer should be 10. Answer should be 10. Labhesh Rathod, questions थोड़े difficult हैं, इसीलिए why we use 2.3 because 2.3 दिया नहीं हुआ है. Okay, we do not have to use. In the previous question, we do not have to use. I have discussed that. Okay, I have discussed that. Please go back in the video. Once the video gets uploaded, you can watch it again. If you have any queries, you can write in the comment section. I will. आपने 11 लिखा, 11 नहीं होगा यार, आंसर 10 होगा. Exactly 10 आंसर है. Okay, next question is this. 0.1 ml of ideal gas has a volume of 1 dm cube in a locked box with frictionless piston. The gas is in thermal equilibrium with excess of 0.5 m aqueous ethylene glycol and freezing point. So until now, this question has two questions from thermodynamics. Previous question was easy. This question is slightly challenging. इसका मॉडल समझते हैं. क्या हो बोलना चाह रहा है कि हमने अगर कंटेनर लिया, if I have taken a container in which there is ethylene glycol present, in this container there is a frictionless piston within which 0.1 ml of ideal gas which has a 0.1 mole होना चाहिए. This should be 0.1 mole. एक गैस प्रेजेंट है जिसका वॉल्यूम है 1 dm cube. Okay, 1 dm cube. The gas is a thermal equilibrium with excess of 0.5 molal aqueous ethylene glycol and its freezing point. So this is ethylene glycol and यहाँ पे कुछ गैस प्रेजेंट है. इनके बीच में एक थर्मल इक्विलिब्रियम है. What is the meaning of thermal equilibrium? That the volume, that the temperature of this system within the container, ये जो system है यहाँ का जो temperature होगा और यहाँ का जो temperature होगा, those temperatures will be equal. Okay? In both the like for ethylene glycol, whatever is the temperature will be the temperature for the container. ठीक है? Temperature same. Now what is the temperature of ethylene glycol? How do we identify that? Del TF is equal to molality times KF. Del TF is equal to molality times KF. Molality is given as 0.5, KF is given as 2, so del TF is 1. इसका मतलब क्या हो जा रहा है कि आपका जो डिप्रेशन इन फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट इज 1 degrees और 1 Kelvin का आपका डिप्रेशन है. So the freezing point of water is 273. Freezing point of water is 273. The temperature of the solution, temperature of ethylene glycol is 272 Kelvin. Temperature of ethylene glycol will be 272 Kelvin. Okay, it will be 272 Kelvin. Clear? If it is 272 Kelvin, the temperature of this one will also be 272 Kelvin, isn't it? The temperature of this one will also be 272 Kelvin. In that case, what can we do? हमको निकालना क्या है? Determine the final volume. So I will use P1 V1 upon T1 will be equal to P2 V2 upon T2. Okay, piston is released, so expansion हो गया. Expansion होके final temperature. So P1 V1 by T1, initial pressure कितना आपको निकालना? Final pressure will become 1 atm. Final volume needs to be calculated. Final temperature will be 273. Now initial pressure I need to calculate. Initial pressure will be equal to 0.1 times R, 0.0821 times temperature, that is 272. I do not need to use this, just a moment. 1 minute. I can use just P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. Okay, I can use P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. P1 is given as, P1 मुझे कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा, so 0.1 times 0.0821 times 272 divided by 1 dm cube, that means 1 liter. Okay, इनिशियल वॉल्यूम भी 1 लीटर है. P2 आपको निकालना, P2 इज 1 एटमॉस्फेयर एंड V2 आपको निकालना होगा. You need to calculate V2. The answer to this question will turn out to be equal to 2.176. इसका आंसर V2 का आंसर आ जाएगा 2.176. Not a easy question. Not a easy question. I would say it. I will again keep it under hard. Okay. ठीक है. Answer will be 2.176 but slightly hard. चलो. The last question is this. Okay. So compound A is made to react with CH3 MgBr H3O plus copper. Percentage of carbon in the compound A is, now copper at 300 degrees Celsius, copper at 300 degrees Celsius, if is generating this product, this behaves as a elimination reaction for 3-degree alcohols. This behaves as an elimination reaction for 3-degree alcohols. So 3-degree alcohol में इसको convert कर देते हैं हम. So it will be CH3 carbon with OH, CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, CH3. If this is the 3-degree alcohol which is B, so our B compound is this, then what should be A? A should be CH3, C double bond O, CH2, CH3. Okay? CH3, C double bond O, CH2, CH3. Clear? CH3, C double bond O, CH2, CH3. Because 1 unit of Grignard reagent is participating in a reaction to give a 3-degree alcohol, it should be a ketone. It should be a ketone. Now you have to calculate percentage of this is A, इसमें percentage निकालना है. So 4 times 12 divided by 48 plus 16, 3, 3, 6, 7, 8 times 100. So 48 upon this will be 64 plus 8, 72 times 100. Answer will turn out to be 66.6. 66.6%. This is a moderate question, not a difficult one. This is a moderate question, not a difficult one. So we have solved all 25 questions. This is the only paper in which I had to take more than an hour to discuss. Okay, इस पेपर में मुझे 1 घंटे से ज़्यादा समय लग गया डिस्कस करने में. इसका रीज़न ये है कि ये पेपर पिछले और पेपर्स से ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट है. ओके, it is more difficult than other papers. So a lesser marks in this paper will fetch you a higher percentile. Remember this. If there is a lesser marks that you obtain in this paper, you will end up getting a higher percentile. So when normalization would be done, marks of 150 in this paper is as good as maybe like 200 in some other paper. Okay, 150 in this paper will be as good as something 200 in some other paper. ठीक है, 130 marks will also fetch you a good percentile. 130 marks will also fetch you a good percentile. I cannot comment on that, but इसको याद रखिए कि ये पेपर डिफिकल्ट, इसमें इजी क्वेश्चन बहुत ज़्यादा तो 10 या 11 होंगे. ओके, easy questions are at the max 10 or 11 which are directly based from NCERT, but beyond that we have some very difficult questions and some moderately difficult questions as well. Okay, how to calculate percentage of carbon? अरे यार, number of carbon atoms, उसका mass ले लो, mass of carbon atom by total mass of the molecule. 71 in chem is very good. 71 in chem is very good. Okay, so with this I pass on the mic to Shubham sir. Shubham sir will come here to take the session for chemistry. Please guys go out and tell your friends that for maths, Shubham sir will be taking the discussion for maths. Please go out and tell that maths discussion will be taken right now by Shubham sir, and please do write anything that you have a confusion with in the comment section. I'll reply to them as and when I'm free. Okay, चलिए, bye bye guys, have a lovely time. अगली बार मिलते हैं. आज के जो पेपर का पहला पेपर शिफ्ट 1 का जो पेपर है उसका डिस्कशन इवनिंग में होगा. शिफ्ट 2 आज के सेशन का कल डिस्कशन होगा. ठीक है, चलो बाय बाय गाइज, हैव अ लवली टाइम. कल मिलते हैं आपसे.
बढ़िया टीचर्स प्रॉब्लम्स चुटकी में सुलझाएंगे. डाउट सारी जिंदगी से
Raj, I got your doubt. This is your answer.
आएगा तो मजा. वेदांतु, learn live online. Best teachers पढ़ाए तो simple लगे everything. Leaderboards and quizzes से
Amazing.
हो जा happening. समझ आएगा तो मजा. Vedantu, learn live online. To attend a free live class, download the app now.
I welcome each one of you. A very good morning to all of you. सुबह सुबह खैर ओरिएंटेशन थोड़ा अलग है, ये स्क्रीन इधर की बजाय इधर है in the comments. So I welcome each one of you. Yeah, Isaac, I saw you. Nice to meet you. Yeah. So very good morning to each one of you. Yeah. I should be welcoming you, but then yes, since you have already been there, you can welcome me. Yeah. And I would like to know how many of you have given this shift 2 exam. How many of you have given this shift 2 exam? Hey, voice is not coming. I hope I'm audible. Okay, me. All right. And is today the last day of JEE Main or today in the sense yesterday? Is this the last paper? Yesterday was yesterday the last paper. Today bhi aaj bhi hai. All right. Hey. I welcome each one of you and I hope you also welcome me. All right, so nice to meet each one of you. So here we are going to discuss mathematics paper. मैं generally हिंदी बोलूँगा. तो कल का shift 2 का जो पेपर है वो डिस्कस करेंगे हम. Let me tell you, compared to shift 1 paper yesterday, shift 2 paper was on better side. ठीक है, तो unless कि आपके shift 2 में शक्तिमान और महानुभव जैसे लोग बैठे हो, मतलब कोई महानुभव भी बैठे हैं, unless that happens, I mean, in my opinion, even a comparatively less score should give you a better rank in yesterday's shift 2 maths paper, as far as maths paper is concerned. Yeah, I believe I heard Saurav sir saying कि chemistry was also on a better side, maths was definitely on better side compared to shift 1 paper. ठीक है, so not difficult, not that difficult, but then yes, comparatively. ठीक है, चलो let's move ahead. Coming to the questions part. Okay, इधर पूरा होना पड़ेगा अगर आपको क्वेश्चन देखना है तो. So here we go. Fx is how it has been defined. Gx is, this is how it has been defined. Yeah, and we have been asked to find area bounded by Fx and Gx between x equal to half and x equal to √3/2. अभी इससे एक आइडिया लगता है. First of all, all right. So first of all, half to √3/2 is Fx continuous. Yes, Fx is continuous equal to half. So between half to root 3 by 2, my fx will basically be 1 minus x. ठीक है, तो fx मेरा क्या हो गया, 1 minus x हो गया. Just let me check here. It is read continuously. And gx is x minus half whole square. Yeah. So gx is x minus half whole square. So basically, if I draw the curve between half and root 3 by 2, so basically it will become 0 at 1. तो ये कुछ ऐसा जाएगा. This is fx and x minus half whole square. So at half, x minus half whole square will be 0. So basically we are talking about half. Half pe, this is half, yeah, and that's how x minus half whole square will be. At half it will be 0. ठीक है. Now what about the intersection point? थोड़ा देखो यार, थोड़ा देखो. x equal to root 3 by 2 तक मेरे को एरिया निकालना है, right? x equal to root 3 by 2 तक मेरे को एरिया निकालना है. So just check, is the intersection point having x coordinate root 3 by 2? अरे भाई चेक कर लो भाई, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. root 3 by 2 डालो, आपको इधर फंक्शनल वैल्यू मिलती है 1 minus root 3 by 2, और इधर root 3 by 2 डालो, तो what you get is again you will get 1 minus root 3 by 2. ठीक है. So that means x equal to root 3 by 2 is indeed the x coordinate of intersection point. खत्म हो गया फिर. तो अगर ये x coordinate root 3 by 2 है, तो y coordinate क्या हो गया, 1 minus root 3 by 2. Why? Because 1 minus x पे lie कर रहा है ये, या y equal to 1 minus x पे lie कर रहा है. That's it. Now what you can do is, ultimately you have to find what area? अरे भाई, there is some issue with this. All right, leave it. So this is the area that we want. This is the area that we want. Yeah. Now this is same as area of the trapezium minus this area. I hope. Yeah. This black area. Area of trapezium. Area of this trapezium minus this black area. I think it will be done. खत्म हो गया ये तो. What will be the area of the trapezium? So area of trapezium will basically be half multiplied by sum of parallel sides. So half plus 1 minus root 3 by 2 multiplied by the height, you may say root 3 by 2 minus half. Root 3 by 2 minus half. So this is the area of trapezium minus this black area, integral x minus half whole square dx, integral half to root 3 by 2. Integral half to root 3 by 2. खत्म हो गया, हो जाएगा. Let's move ahead. Actually answer turns out to be A. Answer A आ जाता है. कोई डाउट हो तो पूछ सकते हो conceptually. So Adarsh is saying do fast please. Okay, चलो थोड़ा fast चलते हैं. ठीक है. All right. Hey, let's move ahead. I believe you can see the solution. If you have missed something, you can just check it out. Yeah. All right. Z is complex number such that real part of Z, modulus of real part of Z plus modulus of imaginary part of Z equal to 4. We have to comment on mod Z, what it cannot be. Yeah. So if I say Z, oops. If I say Z equal to x plus iota y, so what they essentially mean is mod x plus mod y equal to 4. अभी mod x plus mod y equal to 4 क्या हो जाएगा भाई साहब? In first quadrant x and y both are positive. So x plus y equal to 4. In second quadrant x is negative, y is positive. So minus x plus y equal to 4. And similarly in third quadrant and fourth quadrant, this is what you will get. This is 4 comma 0, this is 0 comma 4, and likewise. And what we want is mod z cannot be. So first of all, you can see by symmetry, the maximum mod z will be 4 basically. So mod z maximum is 4. I mean these 4 points, this. These 4 points are the farthest away from origin. Yeah. And mod z minimum will be what? Again by symmetry you may say this, the perpendicular distance of origin from any of these 4 lines. yeah, will be the mod z minimum. So mod z minimum क्या हो जाएगा? Basically again by symmetry this is 4. This whole thing is basically what? 4 root 2. तो ये half हो जाएगा by symmetry, you may say 2 root 2. तो using Pythagoras theorem you get this to be 2 root 2. 2 root 2. ठीक है? So mod z maximum is 4, minimum is 2 root 2. Yeah. Now we have to see which one of these cannot be, you know, the value which mod z takes. I mean, so mod z basically belongs to 2 root 2 close to 2 root 2 close to 4 closed. Yeah. खत्म हो गया. Or rather you may go for mod z square. It belongs to 8 to 16. Why are we taking square? So that it is very easy to see. Mod z square should belong to 8 to 16. इधर क्या है? Mod z square 7 आ रहा है. This is what mod z cannot take. बाकी ले सकता है 10, 17 by 4, 8. खत्म हो गया. ठीक है? So that means A is the answer. Mod z can never be root 7 with given constraint. कोई डाउट हो तो पूछ सकते हो. Yeah. It is a whole root 17 by 2. 17 by 4. हाँ, correct. Because 17 by 4 तो गड़बड़ कर देगा. Yes. It is whole root. Thanks for pointing this out. This is whole root. This is supposed to be whole root. Otherwise, correct. You are right. Yeah. This has to be whole root. So then you get 17 by 2, which is 8.5. Square being 8.5. Correct. Acceptable. All right. Hey, clear है? कोई doubt हो तो पूछो. चलो. Coming to the next question. All right. So this is what they are asking. fx ये है a minus 2b plus c equal to 1. Then which one of this is true? Now in this a minus 2b plus c equal to 1 में थोड़ा hint है. If you just see and try to create this, how would you create this? R1 goes to R1 plus R3 minus 2 R2. Just check it out. So here you get a minus 2b plus c, which is 1. Yeah. बाकी ये 0 हो जाएगा, ये 0 हो जाएगा. And this is the same, x plus b, x plus 3, x plus 2, x plus 3, x plus 4, x plus c. ठीक है? So now when you open this, just open along the first row. खत्म हो गया ये. So you, x square term cancels out, x term cancels out, and you get 1. So that means what? fx is equal to 1 for all values of x. So खत्म हो गया. कोई डाउट हो तो पूछो. I believe this should be clear. Just take a good look at it. खत्म हो गया. So you should be taking hint from a minus 2b plus c equal to 1. और ये create करने से अपना आंसर आ जाता है. All right. I believe we can be faster than this. an, again this should be a subscript. So some typing issues here nonetheless. A subscript n. Positive term gp and summation of a 2n plus 1 n equal to 1 to 100. So this is the information and what we have been asked is. So in any question just see what is to be found. Yeah. पहले ये देखो कि पता क्या करना है. Say a is the first term and what I have been asked is sum of first 200 terms belonging to this GP. तो ये क्या हो गया? R to the power 200 minus 1 divided by R minus 1. That's what I want to find. Now what is given to me? This is basically minded. It's not A1 plus A3 plus A5 so and so forth. It's A3 plus A5 plus A7 plus so and so forth. So A3 is the first term. A3 is the first term, AR square. Common ratio is R square because we are skipping one term in between. Yeah, and the number of terms is 100 minus 1. Common ratio R square minus 1 equal to 200. Similarly there, the first term is A2, that is AR. Common ratio is R square. Number of terms is 100 minus 1 divided by R square minus 1 equal to 100. And when you take ratio, divide the two, you basically get R equal to 2. Yeah, you basically get R equal to 2. So that means what? Since R is equal to 2, ये तो मेरा 1 बन गया. Yeah, and since R is equal to 2, you just put R to be 2, and you get A, R is 2, R to the power 200 minus 1 equal to, so R is 2, 2 will cancel out, it will become 50, and 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 multiplied 50 is 150. Yeah, so A, R to the power 200 minus 1 is 150. So that means this becomes 150. So answer is 150 divided by 150. कोई doubt हो तो पूछो, खत्म हो गया. Yeah, so that's how it is. ठीक है, B is the answer. Let's move ahead. Differential equation, a bit lengthy it may go. ये क्या हो गया? Yeah, a bit lengthy it may go. Basically homogeneous. So what will I take? Y equal to Vx. So that means it leads me to what? V plus x dv by dx equal to y by x is v. So you get v divided by 1 plus v square. And when you take on other side x dv by dx is equal to, you basically get minus v cube divided by 1 plus v square. And when you cross multiply, you essentially get 1 by v plus 1 by v cube dv is equal to minus dx by x. Integrate both sides, you get ln v minus 1 by 2v square equal to minus ln x plus arbitrary constant c. Now y1 equal to 1, x equal to 1, then y equal to 1. Now if x equal to 1 and y equal to 1, v will be what? 1. So that means x equal to 1, y equal to 1, we get v equal to 1. Just satisfy it. So you get this to be 0. ये minus half हो गया, this is 0. So that gives you what? C equal to minus half. ठीक है? And now what you want is y x e है, तो x क्या है? So just write this thing down. Y x, अगर y e है तो, so what you get is essentially x square by 2e square equal to minus ln x minus half. Yeah, तो x निकालना है. Just rearrange. First of all, minus ln x and minus ln x will cancel out. You get 1. So basically you get x square by 2e square equal to 1 plus 3 by 2. Sorry, plus half. So 3 by 2 हो गया. So essentially you get x square is equal to 3e square. तो x क्या हो जाएगा? Plus minus root 3e. तो देख लो. Plus root 3 is given. So that's the answer. खत्म हो गया. कोई डाउट हो तो पूछो. 9 January second shift is the toughest. Yes, as far as I have seen, it was on a better side. I would not say too tough, but then yes, you know, very few questions were just like, you know, chalte firte. In shift 1 there were many, in 9 January shift 1 there were many questions that were like chalte firte. आप नींद में भी कर दोगे, इतने easy थे. Nonetheless, I hope you got the understanding. Let's move ahead. और ये अब कुछ बहुत ट्रिवियल क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं. बेसिकली, अरे यार, बेसिकली सम ऑफ ऑल प्रोबेबिलिटीज इज सपोज टू बी 1. तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? 6k स्क्वायर प्लस 5k शुड बी 1. सो माइनस 1 इक्वल टू 0. सो इधर एक ऑब्जर्वेशन जाता है, एक रूट तो माइनस 1 है k का, और दूसरा प्रोडक्ट ऑफ रूट से 1/6 आ गया. माइनस 1 हो नहीं सकता. वाई? बिकॉज प्रोबेबिलिटी कैन नेवर बी नेगेटिव. सो 1/6 इज k. और मेरे से पूछा है कि व्हाट इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी दैट x इज ग्रेटर देन 2. सो दैट इज टोटल माइनस प्रोबेबिलिटी दैट x इज आइदर 1 और 2. या सो दैट मीन्स व्हाट? 1/6 होल स्क्वायर माइनस 1/3. कर लो, हो गया यार. 1 माइनस 1/36 माइनस 1/3. तो बेसिकली ये क्या हो गया? 13 23/36. कोई डाउट हो तो पूछो, सिंपल है. या ऑल राइट, let's move ahead. D is the answer, entertainment. Yeah, so that's how it is. Let's move ahead. All right, so again some integration, so it may go a bit lengthy. So first of all, what you should understand is 1 by cos square theta आपको sec square theta दे देगा न्यूमरेटर में, and the moment you have sec square theta आप tan theta को t ले सकते हो. So convert everything in terms of tan theta. Sec 2 theta is basically 1 by cos 2 theta 1 plus tan square theta divided by 1 minus tan square theta tan 2 theta is 2 tan theta divided by 1 minus tan square theta. So when you take tan theta to be t, what will you get? Sec square theta d theta will be dt. खत्म हो गया क्वेश्चन. So what does it become? 1 minus t square divided by 1 plus t square plus 2t, t plus 1 whole square dt. Yeah. Now 1 minus t square is basically what? 1 plus t into 1 minus t. तो 1 plus t तो cancel हो जाएगा. You get 1 minus t, or you may say minus t minus 1 divided by t plus 1 dt. Yeah. So what you can do is t plus 1 minus 2. खत्म हो गया. So essentially what you get is minus इंटीग्रल 1 dt, t आ जाएगा माइनस और माइनस 2 प्लस 2 हो जाएगा. इंटीग्रल dt बाई टी प्लस 1 ln t प्लस 1 हो जाएगा प्लस आर्बिट्री कॉन्स्टेंट. सो नाउ व्हाट यू हैव टू कंपेयर इज t इज tan थीटा. सो लैम्डा क्या हो गया मेरा? -1 और f थीटा log f थीटा ln log सेम बात है. सो यू गेट 1 प्लस tan थीटा. सो f थीटा इज बेसिकली 1 प्लस tan थीटा. खत्म हो गया. या so -1 plus tan theta, this is supposed to be the answer. Let's see. Yeah, that's how it is. कोई डाउट हो तो पूछो, बहुत सिंपल है. So there were again it is not that it is difficult paper, it's just that compared to shift 1 paper it is of better quality for sure. Yeah, all right. Hey, let's move ahead. Here we go. So if you want fast, let's move fast. Yeah, P implies P intersection not Q is false. Yeah, truth value of P and Q. खत्म हो गया. अगर implies का ये false हो रहा है, so that means this is supposed to be true and this is supposed to be false. खत्म हो गया. So P is basically true. P intersection not Q is basically false. Now for this to be false, given that this is true, this has to be false. This has to be false. So that means if not Q is false, Q is supposed to be true. So that means P and Q both are true. ठीक है, ओरल है, आगे बढ़ते हैं. अब मैं क्विक करने के चक्कर में मैं आपको इतना टाइम नहीं दूंगा देखने का. आप क्विकली देखिए, समझिए, और कोई डाउट हो तो पूछिए. लेट्स मूव अहेड बिकॉज इट सीम्स दैट it is required of me to be faster because many of you are requesting that. अरे यार, I hope we are not skipping any question. चलो, because some misclicks are happening on this screen. So a limit extending to 0, x box 4 by x equal to a. So value of x at which fx equal to box x square sin pi x is discontinuous. Greatest integer function है. So basically you will do what? Limit extending to 0, x multiply by 4 by x minus fractional part 4 by x. Yeah. So essentially it becomes what? Limit x tending to 0. Basically 4 आ जाएगा and you get minus x 4 by x का fractional part. Now 4 by x का fractional part will be something between 0 and 1. Yeah. And it tends to 0. So ये मेरा 0 जाएगा. So that means a equal to 4 आ गया. अभी a equal to 4 आ गया. And if you see carefully, fx equal to box of x square sin pi x. Basically, the fx is continuous at integral values. How? Say limit x tending to k, where k is some integer. Yeah. If you see sin pi x, it will tend to 0. It will tend to 0 because sin pi x tends to 0 and this tends to some finite value. Yeah. So ये tend to 0 हो गया. At the same time, what about f of k? It will also be 0. Yeah. So that means it is fx is continuous at integral values of x. Yeah. So that's it. You have a equal to 4. You get 4 plus 1 root 5. यहाँ पे discontinuous होगा. At the same time, at root 5 you will see at x equal to root 5 this is discontinuous. Why? Because limit, you may say x square tending to 5, you may say, because x tending to root 5 is basically what? X square tends to 5. So when you take left hand limit, you will get 4 times sine root 5x. That's what you will get left hand limit. And what about right hand limit? Right hand limit you will get root 5 plus. So x square will be 5 plus. So box will be 5 sin root 5 pi. My bad, ये भी pi होगा. This is pi. Yeah, x की जगह root 5 आ रहा है. So you can see the limits, left hand limit, right hand limit don't match. Limit does not exist. So that's how at x equal to root 5, this is discontinuous. What about others? If you say given that we have got a equal to 4, ये root 25 5 आ गया. This is 2 and this is 3. So at integral values of x, fx is continuous. Yeah. All right. So let's move ahead. All right. So one end of focal chord, half comma minus 2, equation of tangent at the other end of focal chord. So first of all, what is the parametric form of point? It will basically be 80 square comma 280. Yeah. Now with this you can say this t, here t क्या हो जाएगा, और you may say t1. Yeah. The parametric value corresponding to this point, ये मेरा हो जाएगा minus half. Yeah. And since we are talking about other end of focal chord, in parabola, t1 t2 will be minus 1 if t1 and t2 are the you may say parametric values of end points of a focal chord. ठीक है. So since t1 is minus half, t2 क्या आ जाएगा 2. ठीक है, t2 2 आ जाएगा. So that means the point at which we want to find tangent, t को 2 put करो, you get 8,8. And the tangent using t equal to 0 equation, you will get basically what? 8y equal to 4 times x plus 8. खत्म हो गया. So you basically get 2y equal to x plus 8. 2y equal to x plus 8. D is the answer. Yeah, I hope it is clear. Let's move ahead. Here we go. X plus 6y equal to 8 is tangent to standard ellipse. So standard ellipse, basically they mean this thing. Yeah, that's what they mean by standard ellipse. So minor axis is 4 by root 3. So 2b equal to 4 by root 3. So that means b equal to 2 by root 3. Yeah, and we have equation of tangent in terms of slope as this. Yeah. Now if you just rewrite this, you get y equal to minus 1 by 6 x plus 4 by 3. So m turns out to be minus 1 by 6, and similarly a square, m square plus b square, I have just squared the constant term, is supposed to be 4 by 3 whole square. So 16 by 9. So basically you get a square by 36 equal to 16 by 9 minus 4 by 3. Yeah. So what we get is 12, 16, 4. So 4 by 9 is what you get. So that means a square turns out to be 16. Now what we have been asked is eccentricity. What is eccentricity? Under root 1 minus b square by a square. So AC is going on and I'm sweating, I don't know why. Yeah. So b square will be what? 4 by 3. And a square is 16. So you can see it will basically be 4, 12, root 11 by 12. So that's the eccentricity. Let's check it out. Yeah. I hope it is clear. Let's move ahead. Very simple. See, I wait after every question so that you can possibly note. Otherwise, there is no point in waiting. I don't need to wait. So yeah, if fx, gx continuous functions, f of g is identity function. Yeah. So that means what? F of gx is basically x. Very simple question. And we have been asked f prime a, given that g prime b is 5 and gb is a. So you differentiate both sides. F prime of gx multiply by g prime x equal to 1. Now you put x equal to a, khatam ho gaya. Or sorry, x equal to b, khatam ho gaya. So you get f prime, gb is basically a, multiply by g prime b is basically 5 equal to 1. So f prime a kya ho gaya? 1 by 5. That's it, khatam ho gaya. ठीक है? let's move ahead. Now one thing I am not going to do is, I don't need to stop, and that's a good thing in my opinion. Here, this given set of equations, then which of the following options is correct? First of all, it does have trivial solution. Yeah. Now what about other things? Let's check the determinant comprising the coefficients. You have 7, 3, 1, 6, 4, minus 2, minus 2, 2, minus 6. Yeah, let's see what does it turn out to be. Let's quickly open it. You get minus 24 plus 4, minus 20. Minus 6, you get minus 18, minus 20. And minus 2, minus 6, minus 10. So basically it turns out to be 0. It turns out to be 0. So that means since D is 0, there will be infinitely many non-trivial solution. Now there are two options related to it. Which one to choose? Yeah. So what you can do is, going by the third option, let's check one by one. Let's check whether x equal to 2z or not. Yeah. So what you can do is you can eliminate y smartly. How can you eliminate y? Just say you subtract equation 2 from equation 1 and add equation 3. So y coefficient 0. Yeah. So what you essentially get is 5x and minus 4 is equal to 10z. So that means x equal to 2z. Khatam ho gaya. Similarly, you could have checked for D option if it would have been multiple choice, multiple correct. But then this multiple choice single correct. So that's the answer. Let's move ahead. Very simple things going on. All right. Here we go. X, y in terms of theta. And we have been asked to find second derivative of y with respect to x at theta equal to pi. So first of all, what is dy by d theta? Minus 2 sine theta plus 2 sine 2 theta. What is dx by d theta? You get 2 cos theta minus 2 cos 2 theta. Yeah. So what will you have dy by dx? It will basically be dy by d theta divided by dx by d theta. You have sine 2 theta minus sine theta divided by cos theta minus cos 2 theta. We can simplify this, using basic trigonometry. Sine 2 theta minus sine theta will basically be 2 sine theta by 2 cos 3 theta by 2 divided by, this will be 2 sine theta by 2 sine 3 theta by 2. Khatam ho gaya. So you get cot 3 theta by 2. Cot 3 theta by 2. Okay? So that's dy by dx. Mind it, let's say it is y prime. To have d square y by dx square, basically it is d by dx of y prime. Yeah. So this is basically dy prime by d theta divided by dx by d theta. Don't miss this dx by d theta. Generally in flow, students generally miss this dx by d theta. Oh, yeah. So what does it turn out to be? You get cot 3 theta by 2 is basically, derivative of it will basically be minus cosec square 3 theta by 2, 3 by 2. Divided by dx by d theta, we know it is 2 times cos theta minus cos 2 theta. Yeah. So now ultimately we want to find value at theta equal to pi. So you put theta equal to pi, you basically get minus 3 by 2 multiplied by 1 square divided by 2. This will be minus 1 minus 1. So basically it becomes minus 2. So basically you get 3 by 8. Yeah, 3 by 8 is the answer. I hope it is clear. Let's move ahead. Yeah. Okay, here again a bit of interesting question. It seems like what's this? It seems that way, yeah. But then it's a simple question. Fx is defined from this is domain, this is codomain. Capital Fx, f1 is 3, gx is basically integral 1 to x ft dt. Then which of this is correct? And we have to comment on whether capital Fx is local minimum, local maximum, whatever. Point of inflection, no critical point at x equal to 1. Yeah. Let's do it. So here, first of all, to have critical point, we'll talk about the derivative. What about f prime x? It is basically x square gx. Yeah. And what about f prime 1? Because we have to talk at x equal to 1. You get, here you can see g1 equal to 0. You put x equal to 1, 1 to 1 integral. Lower limit, upper limit same. So g1 is 0. So that means f prime 1 is 0. So I mean, it seems that there is a stationary point here. But then whether it is local minimum or local maximum or what, maybe point of inflection, let's check it out. So what we do is, we go for the second derivative. Second derivative is 2x gx plus x squared g prime x. G prime x. Hey, if you see carefully, basically g prime x is fx only. Yeah, just differentiate both sides. So that means when you talk about second derivative at x equal to 1, g1 is 0 and 1 square multiplied by g prime 1 is basically f1, which is 3. So basically second derivative turns out to be positive. First derivative is 0, second derivative positive, local minimum. Khatam ho gaya, let's move ahead. All right. So let's move ahead. Both roots of equation are alpha in this first equation, and roots of second equation this are alpha and beta. We have been asked alpha square plus beta square. Basically go by sum of roots, product of roots. 2 alpha equal to 2b by a, sum of roots. So basically you get alpha equal to b by a. And here you get alpha square product of roots equal to 5 by a. Now if you use this and this, you basically get what? B square by a square equal to 5 by a. So you get b square equal to 5a. So this is one relation in b and a. Now what about sum of roots, product of roots in this second equation? Alpha plus beta equal to 2b, and you have alpha beta equal to minus 10. Yeah, it is basically alpha beta equal to minus 10. Now what you can do is, alpha is basically b by a. We want one more relation in b and a so that we can find a and b, and hence we can find alpha and beta, and hence alpha square plus beta square. So b by a multiply by, what about beta? Beta I can take as what? 2b minus alpha. So 2b minus alpha. Alpha is basically b by a equal to minus 10. Now we know b square equal to 5a. So b square is 5a. So 5a multiplied by 2 divided by a. You get basically 10. 10 minus, again b square is what? 5a. So you get minus 5 by a equal to minus 10. Hence you get a to be equal to what? Just quickly do it. 1 by 4. Yeah, a turns out to be 1 by 4. And since a is 1 by 4, you get alpha square equal to what? A is 1 by 4. Alpha square is 20. 5 divided by 1 by 4. Alpha square 20 aa gaya. We want alpha square plus beta square. Alpha square aa gaya. Beta square how to find? Go by this. Alpha square beta square is basically 100. Is it not? Square both sides. So alpha square is 20. तो इससे मेरे को beta square क्या आ गया? 5. So that means alpha square plus beta square is 20 plus 5, 25. खत्म हो गया. कोई डाउट हो तो पूछ सकते हो. ठीक है? Yeah? All right. Let's move ahead. ये फिर बहुत सिंपल क्वेश्चन आ गया. So mod x less than 2. So x belongs to minus 2 to 2. Mod of x minus 2 greater than equal to 3. So you'll get what? X belong to minus infinity से minus 1. Equality है, close रह जाएगा. Union 5 से infinity. 5 से infinity. Yeah, 5 close से infinity. So that's it. Mod of x minus 2 greater than equal to 3. If you are having any difficulty in solving this, basically this means x minus 2 belongs to minus infinity से minus 3 closed, union 3 close to infinity. Okay? Now you may do the needful. You get this. Yeah? So that's A and that's B for you, ladies and gentlemen. So A intersection B is what we want. A intersection B will basically be what? You take intersection of both, you get minus 2 open to minus 1 closed. Yeah, hey, इधर ये गड़बड़ हुई. A union B. So A union B will basically be what? Minus infinity to 2 open union 5 close to infinity. Yeah, or you may say A union B is all real values minus 2 close to 5 open. इधर फिर गड़बड़ होगी क्योंकि 2 तो अलाउड ही नहीं है. So this is also not correct. A but not B, A minus B. Yeah, so what you'll have minus 2, my bad, so it will basically be minus 1 open, say 2 open. Yeah, but they have given closed here, so that means D is the answer. Or you may check D separately also, B but not A. So that means what? Minus infinity, say minus 2 closed union 5 close to infinity. Yeah, that's it. All real minus 2 open to 5 open. That's how it is. Yeah, khatam hai. Easy question. Let's move ahead. So here if you see carefully, theta 0 और pi by 4 के बीच में, so that means tan theta cos theta, or you may say tan square theta cos square theta, whatever, is between 0 and 1. Yeah, so khatam ho gaya. This turns out to be GP with first term being 1 and common ratio being minus tan square theta. So basically it is what? 1 plus tan square theta sec square theta, you get this to be cos square theta. And what about this? First term 1, common ratio cos square theta. So basically you get 1 by sin square theta, you get cosec square theta. Now just check it out, which one matches. So you get this 1 minus cos square theta is sin square theta multiplied by cosec square theta. तो ये 1 आ गया, B आंसर है, खत्म हो गया. Let's move ahead. Yeah, simple question. Okay, have we missed some question? No. All right. Now this question, let distance between plane passing through lines this and plane this is this. K is what? तो यार 0 तो मेरे को दे ही नहीं रखा है. Listen carefully. I can take for granted कि यार ये दो प्लेन जो है वो पैरेलल प्लेन्स है. भाई अगर पैरेलल नहीं हुए तो इंटरसेक्टिंग ही होंगे. प्लेन कभी स्क्यू प्लेन्स नहीं होते. 3D की बात कर रहे हैं अपन, ठीक है. सो आई मीन, so okay, whatever plane it turns out to be, it has to be parallel to this given plane for some distance, for distance to be positive, otherwise it will be 0. कहीं तो intersect करेंगे भाई साहब, ठीक है. बात खत्म हो गई. So for based on this, what you can say is the plane corresponding to these two lines will be of this form: 23x minus 10y minus 2z plus d equal to 0. और d कैसे निकालोगे? Just satisfy any point. You have 2 points, -1 comma 3 comma -1, और या फिर ये पॉइंट भी यूज कर सकते हो, -3 comma -2 comma 1. Yeah, and what you get is -23 minus 30 plus 2 plus d equal to 0. You get d equal to 51. ठीक है, d equal to 51. अब ये 51 आ गया. डिस्टेंस बिटवीन टू प्लेन्स विल बी व्हाट? 51 minus 48, कांस्टेंट टर्म्स डिफरेंस लिया, अंडर रूट सम ऑफ कोफिशिएंट का स्क्वायर एक्स वाई जेड के. तो 23 स्क्वायर माइनस 10 स्क्वायर माइनस 2 होल स्क्वायर. सो बेसिकली इट टर्न्स आउट टू बी व्हाट? 3 डिवाइड बाय अंडर रूट 633. या इंडीड. सो 3 इज द आंसर. ठीक है, K 3 हो गया. सो आई होप इट इज क्लियर. लेट्स मूव अहेड. So if you want me to be quick, I can be zoop. Yeah, I can be very quick. All right. So that's it. K equal to 3. खट से आ गया. You need not find lambda. That is not what we want. You got it right. Just for distance to be positive, the two planes are supposed to be parallel. खत्म हो गया. All right, what about this? Basically, this is summation. If you see the pattern, 4k plus 1 multiplied by 25ck, k equal to 0 to 25. Yeah? So basically it turns out to be what? 4k 25ck, k equal to 0 to 25 plus, yeah, sigma 25ck, k equal to 0 to 25. तो यार ये तो बच्चों को पता होता है कि 2 to the power 25 हो जाएगा, खत्म हो गया. ठीक है. व्हाट अबाउट दिस? दिस इज बेसिकली 4 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 25 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2 टू द पावर 24. ठीक है, अगर ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा तो मैं आपके लिए डिराइव कर देता हूं. बेसिकली व्हाट यू हैव इज सिग्मा k 25ck. आप ये 1 प्लस एक्स होल टू द पावर, देयर आर डिफरेंट वेज ऑफ डूइंग इट. वन वे इज 1 प्लस एक्स होल टू द पावर 25 लिया तो ये क्या आ जाएगा 1 प्लस 25c1x प्लस 25c2x स्क्वायर प्लस सो एंड सो फोर्थ 25c25x टू द पावर 25. ठीक है, डिफरेंशिएट बोथ साइड्स. 25 1 प्लस x होल टू द पावर 24 इज इक्वल टू 25c1 प्लस 2 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 25c2x प्लस सो एंड सो फोर्थ प्लस 25 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 25c25x to the power 24. You put x equal to 1 and you get right hand side essentially becomes sigma k 25ck. Khatam. And left hand side gives you 25 multiplied by 2 to the power 24. 2 to the power 24. That's exactly what we are saying. Now this 4 is there, so 4 also comes. So what we have been asked is what is k, where 2 to the power 25 multiplied by k is the answer. So when you add these two, you basically get k equal to 51. 2 to the power 25 common लो, you get 50 plus 1. 51. That's it. Yeah? कोई doubt हो तो पूछो. We move ahead. Yeah? Let's move ahead. Let's circles this and this touch each other. Find the maximum value of k. Yeah, where k is supposed to be the radius square, yeah, of this first circle. Yeah, so they can touch in two ways. One way is externally, another way is internally, and we want to find maximum value of k. ठीक है, now externally में क्या होगा, distance between center should be equal to sum of radii. ठीक है, and internally में क्या होगा, distance between center should be equal to difference of radii. Now I want k maximum, so I would not consider the other possibility. Okay, this first circle is inside the second circle. I'll take second circle to be inside the first circle because I want k to be maximum. Yeah, so k is definitely greater than 1. So root k minus 1 ले सकते हो या फिर mod लेके check कर सकते हो. That is also fine. But ultimately, since I want maximum, no need to waste time in taking mod, and obviously you'll take root k minus 1. Now here this is something constant. So here you get distance between the centers minus 1 as root k, distance between centers plus 1 as root k. तो ये तो मेरे को maximum नहीं दे रहा, ये मेरे को maximum देगा. What is distance between the center 0,4 और 3,0 के बीच का distance 5 है और ये मेरा root k आ गया. So basically k क्या हो गया मेरा 36, 6 स्क्वायर. खत्म हो गया, खत्म हो गया. या ये क्वेश्चन गलत है. हे राहुल, maybe it is not correct. Basically these are memory based. Yeah, all right. Let's move ahead. इसके बाद physics आएगा अनन्या. Yeah, after this Vikas sir will be taking the physics discussion. Let's move ahead. All right, here is an interesting question. Vectors are generally interesting. Magnitude of a vector √3, magnitude of b vector 5, b vector dot c vector मेरा 10 है. Angle between b vector c vector is pi by 3. Let's say this is theta. Angle between b vector and c vector. A vector is perpendicular to b vector cross c vector और मेरे को इसका magnitude पूछा है. So first of all perpendicular है, so that means what, a vector dot b vector cross c vector has to be 0. So that means angle between a vector and b vector cross c vector has to be what, pi by 2. Let's say this is phi. Angle between a vector and b vector cross c vector is phi. तो basically ये जो मेरे को magnitude निकालना है, this is what I want. ये क्या हो जाएगा, magnitude of a vector multiply by magnitude of b vector cross c vector sin phi. Again magnitude of a vector multiply by what is magnitude of b vector cross c vector. It is magnitude of b vector multiply by magnitude of c vector sin theta sin phi. Yeah, a vector magnitude is √3, b vector magnitude is 5, sin theta is sin pi by 3, √3 by 2, sin phi is 90 degree, तो ये 1 हो गया. What about magnitude of c vector? Basically you can use these two, these three. Magnitude of b vector is 5, b vector dot c vector equal to 10, और जो angle between b vector and c vector is pi by 3. So basically if you take dot product 5 multiplied by magnitude of c vector multiplied by cos pi by 3 equal to 10. So basically you will get 4. Magnitude of c vector is 4. So basically what you get is 30. खत्म हो गया. Yeah, very simple. Let's move ahead. Let's move ahead. All right. Number of common terms in these two APs. इधर common difference क्या है? 4. इधर common difference क्या है? 7. ठीक है. So the common terms will also form an AP of common difference, which is LCM of D1 and D2. So basically it turns out to be 28. Now what is the first common term? If you just check 11, 15, 19, 23. Here 2, 9, 16, 23. So 23 is the first common term that comes in, comes in these two sequences. So let's say n terms are common. So the last common term will be what? 23 plus n minus 1 multiplied by the common difference, 28 of this sequence of common terms. Now this should be less than equal to 905. No, this should indeed be less than equal to 407, because that's a stricter constraint. Yeah. So what you essentially get is 412, 28n. So you get 7n, 103. So n less than equal to 103 by 7, and n is some natural number. Yeah. So then n will basically be what? N will basically be greatest integer function with input being 1 by 3 by 7. Khatam ho gaya. So what you get is 1, 4, and 14 is the answer. 14 is the answer. Khatam ho gaya bhai sahab. No, 28 is not the answer actually. 28 is not the answer. 14 is the answer. Dhruv, you are right, and Aman, Shinchan, and others. Yeah. All right. Let's move ahead. So this is apparently the last question, because somehow, one question what we have got one question less. Yeah. I mean, based on our sources, our students and all. Minimum value of term free from x. Term free from x क्या हो जाएगा? 16 power you have to distribute between these two terms. 8 इसको दो, 8 इसको दो, x to the power 8, x to the power minus 8 cancel हो जाएगा. So 16c8 you get sin theta to the power 8, cos theta to the power 8. Yeah. So this you can write as what? 16c8 multiply by 2 to the power 8 divided by sin 2 theta to the power 8. Yeah. Now what you want is, you want minimum value of this term. One case being theta between pi by 8 se pi by 4. So 2 theta belongs to what? Pi by 4 se pi by 2. Another case is 2 theta belonging to pi by 8 se pi by 4. Now this has to be minimum. So that means sin 2 theta which is coming in denominator should be the maximum, because power is even. As simple as that. So that means this minimum will come when 2 theta is pi by 2. Yeah. So L1 is basically what? 16c8 multiplied by 2 to the power 8 divided by sin pi by 2 whole to the power 8. And this at pi by 4. So you get 16c8 multiplied by 2 to the power 8 divided by, you get 1 by root 2 to the power 8. Sin pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. अभी इतना प्रेम पूर्वक नहीं लिखना है अपने एग्जाम के दौरान. थोड़ा बेइज्जती से लिख सकते हो. अरे रफ वर्क करना है भाई, आंसर तक पहुंचना है. ठीक है. तो मैं तो पूरा एक्सप्लेन करके बता रहा हूं ताकि आप यू कैन ब्रीथ इजी वाइल लिसनिंग मी. ठीक है. सो बेसिकली L2 by L1 क्या हो जाएगा भाई साहब? L2 by L1 will turn out to be root 2 to the power 8. बाकी चीजें कैंसिल हो जाएगी, डिवाइड बाय 1 to the power 8. सो बेसिकली ये क्या हो गया भाई साहब? 16 इज द आंसर. दैट्स इट. खत्म हो गया. कोई डाउट हो तो पूछो. या खत्म हो गया. ऑल राइट. So it's about a crash course that you may subscribe to where you will be prepared or you will be preparing for JEE Main April exam. Yeah. So this is the link. Where is the link? This is the link. Okay. And then the session will be continued by Vikas sir. Yeah. And he will be discussing the physics part of shift 2 paper yesterday's. Yeah. So this is the link. Please note it down. Share it with others, your family and friends, if they would like to have it. And don't forget to use this coupon code with which you will get the discount. Yeah. So take a quick look at it, maybe note of it. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Maybe that should be taken. Okay. So that's all for today. I mean, not that's all for today. I mean, that's all for today from my side. Bye. Take care. Have a nice time ahead. And let's welcome Vikas sir.
Hello guys, how are you doing? I hope you are all doing fine.
So he is a very good friend of mine and a very experienced teacher of physics. So I am handing over this to Vikas sir.
Okay.
Bye. Take care.
Thank you, Shubham sir. And here I am students. Very good morning to you all. And I'll be discussing physics paper shift 2 of 9th January. And without wasting any much time, let's get on to that. Right. Yes, so we'll now begin the discussion of physics paper January 9 second shift. All right, let's get on with it. So the first question says that a mass m attached to a spring of natural length, this is L0 I guess, and spring constant K, one another string is attached to the center of the disk. Okay, so I guess some figure was given in the question, but the figure is not present here right now, so that shouldn't bother you much. Such a question appeared in one of the previous papers of this year only, like maybe 8 January, maybe 7 January. In some shift, similar question appeared. There a gravity free space was given. So the block was moving on a circle because of a spring in a gravity free space. Here in this question, instead of the gravity free space, a horizontal disk has been given on which this mass is going in circle. So anyways, conceptually the question remains same. There is a spring of, let's say, natural length L0 and it has extended by some amount, let's say delta L, and therefore the block is experiencing a force of K delta L, and it is this force which is keeping the block on a circular track. So we are going to write K delta L is equals to m omega square into the radius. The radius will become L0 plus delta L. Alright, so we have to find out the value of delta L. So to solve for it, we are going to write K delta L. I'm going to take this term of delta L on the opposite side. So K delta L minus m omega square into delta L is equals to m omega square L0, right? So this is the equation that I'm getting. The question says that K is much greater than, actually it's written, it's some misprinting which has happened here. It's m omega square. It's, I'll just correct this one. The condition is K is much greater than m omega square. This condition basically tells us that we can ignore this term as compared to this one, K delta L minus m omega square delta L. So this becomes a very small quantity as compared to K delta L. So from here we can write delta L as m omega square L0 divided by K. Now the question asks for extension per unit length in spring. So delta L by L0 is what we are seeking. So the answer would be m omega square by K. So A option would be the correct one here. Right? Everybody getting this? Easy question. Once the situation is clear to you, I would say that mathematically the question wasn't complex. It was an easy one. All right. With that, let's move to the next question. Okay, Sanskar is asking me to go faster. I'll try to do that, Sanskar. Any other thing? Let me just have a look at the chats that is going on. Okay. Okay, this date is probably correct. Somebody is pointing out, one of the users, the name would be Harsh Kumar. So Harsh, you are right. This date is wrong, guys. This is not 8th Jan. This is actually 9th Jan second shift. All right. So that is one correction for everybody to note. Let's move to the next question. We are already on the next question. Now this question says a loop of radius r and mass m is placed in a uniform magnetic field B with its plane perpendicular to the field. Current I is flowing in it. Now the loop is slightly rotated about the diameter and release, find the time period. Okay, I would say a regular question, something that you study or something that you solve when you study this chapter. First of all, let's correct the date here. It's 9th Jan. Okay, now there is a ring, there is a loop of radius r, mass m, so m and r is given to us. It's placed in a uniform magnetic field with its plane perpendicular to the field. So if I draw the field lines like this, so these are the field lines, this is the situation here. So I can say right now the area vector is parallel to the magnetic field vector. All right, so if we tilt this loop slightly by this, about this diameter, then it will be acted upon by some force, or sorry, by some torque, and that torque will be given as magnetic moment, which is I pi r square, into the magnitude of magnetic field, all right, into sine theta. Since theta will be small, I can write sine theta as theta only. So this will be the torque acting on this loop, and I'm going to equate this with the moment of inertia about this diameter. So that would be mr square by 2. The moment of inertia of a loop or a ring about a diameter is mr square by 2. So I omega square into theta. So from here what I can see, the r square gets cancelled and we end up writing 2I pi b. 2I pi b by m, and root of this is omega. The question is asking for time period. Alright, so once we know the value of omega, we can readily calculate the time period by the formula 2 pi by omega. So we end up writing what? It will be 2 into pi, then root of m upon 2I pi b. Now if I take this 2 pi into the root, the pi gets cancelled, the two roots get cancelled. So I'll be left with 2 pi m by ib, 2 pi m by ib. 2 pi m by ib in the root, so B option would be the correct one here. All right, getting this? So let's move on to the next question now. And here we go. Okay, so this is again 9th. Okay, a string of mass m per unit length is fixed at both the ends under the tension if the string is in resonance with a consecutive frequency. So guys, let's understand this. Mu is given to us, tension is given to us, so that means we can readily calculate the value of V as T by mu. So this is going to be 540 divided by 6 into 10 raised to power minus 3. Alright, so we can readily calculate the value of V. Can I do the calculation here? It will become 9 into 10, so I guess it will become 300 meter per second. So this is the speed that we are getting on doing the calculations. Alright. Now the string is in resonance with consecutive frequencies of 420 and 490. So the difference of these two values 70 hertz. So, and I can see that 70 is like this is 6 times the 70, 6 times 70, and this is 7 times 70. So these are consecutive harmonics. Okay, so we are dealing with a string which is tied at both the ends, and I would say that fundamental frequency will be 70 hertz. Fundamental frequency can be written as V. We have already calculated V to be 300. So V divided by 2L. So 70 hertz is equals to 300 by 2L. That is going to give us the length of the string, and that is what we were looking for. So on solving this, we can get the answer. What will be the answer? L will become equal to what? 150 divided by 70. Alright, so that's 2.1. I guess 2.1 is the closest value that we are going to get. So that will be the correct value. Alright. Okay guys, I hope you are enjoying this. Let's move to the next question. Govind has already given me the answer. Okay, great. Mihir has also given me the answer. Let's do this question now. The ratio of the energy density of two steel rods is 1:4 when the same mass is suspended from both the rods. Length is same, the ratio of the diameter. So both the rods are made up of steel. Alright, both rods are made up of steel. One, let's say the diameter of one is D1 and the diameter of other is D2. They have got the same length. We have suspended same mass from it. Alright, so we write the ratio of energy density, even E2 are representing energy density. We write energy density as, okay, first let me write the separate formula for energy density. It is half into stress into strain. This is what we write. Half into stress into strain is energy density. This can be written as half into stress, which is weight upon area, alright, into strain. Strain can be written as weight upon stress divided by Young's modulus. So in this question, these two rods are made up of same material, which means Y is same. the weight we have suspended is same. So it's basically this energy density will depend on the ratio of the area. Like I can say E1 by E2 square will be given by A2 square upon A1 square. From here we can conclude that energy density will be inversely proportional to the square of area. So this is what we are going to get, and we can further write this as D2 square upon D1 square whole square, right? Pi D2 square by 4 divided by pi D1 square by 4. Pi by 4 gets cancelled. So now we have to, now this ratio is given to us, as 1:4. So 1:4 is equals to D2 upon D1 whole raised to power 4. All right. Now the question seeks the ratio of the diameter. So we have to find out the value of D1 by D2. So the answer would be 4 raised to power 1/4. That would be √2. So A option will be the correct one here. Keep in mind, we are looking for the ratio of D1 by D2, and hence I have inverted this ratio. So the answer will be √2 here. All right. With that, let's move to the next question quickly. And now this question says that a particle is projected from the ground with a speed of u at an angle 60 from the horizontal. It collides with a second particle of same mass moving it. So the situation is somewhat like this. The situation is somewhat like this. Like we have projected a particle with a speed u at an angle 60 degree, right? 60 degree with the horizontal. So particle is traveling like this. At the highest point, the particle will have a speed of u cos 60. U cos 60 is u by 2. But then there was another particle which was coming in the horizontal direction with a speed u in the same direction, and these two get collides, and same mass particle. So this has a mass m, this has a mass m. So after collision, the particles stick together because inelastic collision is given. All right. So velocity just after collision will be mu plus mu by 2 divided by 2m. So it's going to be 3u by 4, right? So this will be the speed of the particle right after the collision. So if the collision wouldn't have taken place, then this particle would have landed somewhere here. But now, since collision has taken place, the speed, this particle was traveling with a speed u by 2, it would have landed here. This distance would have been the half of the original range, but now because of collision, the speed has changed to 3 by 4. So the speed has become 3 by 2. The speed has become 3 by 2 of this value. All right, I can write 3u by 4 as 3 by 2 times of u by 2. So the speed has become 3 by 2, which means the horizontal distance that the particle will cover, it will also become 3 by 2 times of what it was supposed to cover. Whatever distance the particle was supposed to cover, the distance will become 3 by 2 times of that value. So the particle will land after covering 3 by 2 times of the distance that it was supposed to cover, which is r by 2. So the answer would be 3r by 4. Now what is r here? R is the original range. All right. So my final answer would be 3 by 4 into u square sine 2 theta. Sine 120 degrees same as sine 60. So this is √3 by 2 divided by g. So this is my final answer. So 3√3 divided by 8 is what I'm looking for. 3√3 divided by 8. So this B option will be the correct one here. Alright guys, I hope you are getting this. I hope you are enjoying this. Let me have a look at the chat to know how the session is going for you. What is the toughest paper you felt in the whole session? I guess the paper that I discussed, the paper that came on the evening of 8th, I guess that was the toughest paper. In my opinion, again, that's my opinion, so you can have a different opinion, or anybody else can have a different opinion. Alright, so let's move to the next question now. Hydrogen-like atom with ionization energy of 9R. Now there was one thing that was quite confusing, or that could have confused the students here, that could have created some doubts in the mind of student. This Rydberg constant has got a unit of meter inverse. The dimensions are length inverse. So why are they talking about energy in terms of R? Like if I say that the this product 9R will have a dimensions of meter, so how are we claiming that the hydrogen-like atom will have an ionization energy of 9R? So that's something discrepancy here, but let's just assume that when we are talking about ionization energy, we mean the transition between the first and the infinity orbit. Okay, so for hydrogen atom, what we would have written? For hydrogen atom, I would have written 1 by lambda, or maybe hc by lambda is equals to hc into r into z square. Z will become 1 for hydrogen. All right, z will become 1 for hydrogen, and then 1 by 1 square minus 1 by infinity square. So this would have become like some constant into r, right? But if I am talking about some other atom, if I write the same equation for some other atom, then I'm going to get HCr into z square into 1 upon 1 square minus 1 upon infinity square. So I end up getting z square r. So what I understand is like C will be there, this C, this entire thing I have written as C, not in excluding R, this I have written as C. So what I understand from this comparison is whatever number you are going to get for hydrogen atom, as of now we are getting 9 times of that number. So 9 is probably the representative of Z square, which means Z, we should take Z as 3. Alright, so although this part was a little bit ambiguous because energy is mentioned in terms of Rydberg constant, and Rydberg constant has got a unit of meter inverse. So, but the implication of this statement is that the hydrogen-like atom is an atom with Z equal to 3. Once you have got this, now the question is looking for the wavelength of the light emitted when electron jumps from second excited state. Now second excited state is the third orbit. So third orbit to the ground state. So we are looking for a transition from third to first orbit. In hydrogen atom, this energy is third to first, right? So this energy is 12.1 or 12.09 electron volt. If you have learned this data, obviously it will increase your speed and your confidence also while attempting the question, because you have to do less calculations. If you haven't learned that, we'll have to write the entire equation. Okay, so the question says find the wavelength of the light emitted when electron jumps from second excited to. So in hydrogen atom, this energy, a photon of this much energy would have been released. For this atom, the energy will become Z square times of this. So the energy of the photon released is 12.1 into 9. So this will become 108. 12 into 9 is 108. So this much electron volt. So we have to calculate the wavelength of a photon with energy 108.9. So the wavelength will be given by 1242 divided by energy in electron volt. So 108.9. So the number that we are looking for, it's like something more than 10, maybe close to 11. So out of these values, certainly less than 12. Alright, so out of these values, this is the best one. So A option will be the correct one to this question. Getting this? Okay. So let's move to the next question now. Let's move to the next question. Two planets of mass m and m by 2 have radii r and r by 2. If the ratio of the velocities, escape velocities v1 by v2 is n by 4, then find the value of n. Okay, so we are basically looking to calculate the ratio of the escape speed. I think it's a very easy question. If you remember the expression for escape speed, it's root gm by r. So if we root 2 gm by r actually, so v1 by v2 will be what? Root of the 2 will get cancelled, the g will get cancelled. We are going to write m1 by r1 into r2 by m2. Now according to the question, m1 can be written as m and m2 will be written as m by 2. So that will give a 2 in the numerator. And then I'm going to write r1 as r and I'm going to write r2 as r by 2. Alright, so we end up getting a 1. Now this ratio is given as n by 4, which basically tells me that n will be equal to 4. So 4 will be the correct answer to this question. Getting this? I hope. Easy questions, I would say. No complications here. Now this is an interesting question, right? Why am I saying that this is an interesting question? Well, if you are thoughtful enough, or if you are intelligent enough, if you know your thing, you can attempt this question within, let's say, 15 minutes, 15 seconds, not 15 minutes, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, or even less than 10 seconds. Okay, let's see how. Or if you don't know your thing, you know how to solve this question, but you do not make use of tricks right, then you can just solve this question by spending a lot of time on this one. So let's see how to do this question. Okay, I'm first going to tell you the exam approach, what should be done in an exam, and then I'm going to tell you the proper way of solving this question. So we are discussing the 9th January paper, and I'm going to tell you, just see how I'm going to solve this question. The question says that the center of mass of a given rod of linear mass density. So the linear mass density is given to us as, it was actually a here, not a 1. It was a here. So it is given as a plus b, then x upon l, and I guess a square was also there. All right, this is some misprinting. So a square was also there. So the original question was somewhat like this, maybe a cube, maybe a square, do not remember that exactly. I think it was a square, but my short trick will just take care of everything. So this is the question given to us. Now just think about this. If we make b as 0, this part is lost. That means the dependence on x is lost. That means we are now talking about a rod which is which is of uniform density. If we put B as 0, we are now talking about a rod which is of uniform density. So for a uniform density rod, the center of mass lies at the midpoint. So if I put B equal to 0 in these expressions, I should end up with L by 2. Whichever option is not giving me L by 2, that would be a wrong option. So let's try to check how many options can be eliminated by this argument. So if I put B as 0 here, I end up getting what? I end up getting 9 by 8. Just check this. If I put B equal to 0 here, I get 9 by 8. This is a wrong option. If I put B equal to 0 here, I do get L by 2. So this can possibly a correct option. If I put B as 0 here, I end up getting L by 6. Definitely wrong. If I put B as 0 here, I get 2L by 3. Again, definitely wrong. So you don't even have to solve this question. You can just eliminate the options. So B option will be the correct one here. Are you getting this, guys? Now, people who have spent time integrating this expression, writing lambda dx as the mass and then multiplying it with x, integrating the expression, dividing by the total mass you are finding by integration again. So you have spent a lot of time which was not required to do. Alright, you could have just eliminated the options here and things would have been good. So how many of you actually spend time in solving this question? Like when you are watching this video, maybe live, maybe in the recording, do let me know in the comment section how many of you actually went to solve this question by the method how, like what you would have done if the options were not given to you. Alright, but since we have been given some options, we can try the elimination thing, and it was quite easy to do. You can just see that it was quite easy to eliminate the options here. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what is to be done in case we want to solve this question by proper methods. In that case, what you have to do, the proper method says that you write the mass of an element as lambda dx, and then you just, I'm not finishing it up, you write dm, you multiply it with x, you integrate the entire thing, and you divide by integration of lambda dx. All right, you integrate from 0 to L, you finish the calculation, you are going to end up with the B option. All right, guys. Okay, so ending this question, let me have a look at the chat. Okay, so Rashmi liked the trick. So Rashmi, make sure that in advanced examination, like hopefully you are qualifying the mains examination, and in advanced examination you do not miss out on such things. You know, these things cannot occur to you right in the examination. You have to practice these things while you are practicing at home, right? You have to train yourself to think like that. The moment you read the question, you see the options. If numerical values are not given, if expressions are given, you can always resort to some extreme cases to eliminate some options. So try practicing that. It will definitely help in all objective examinations. All right. Okay, so somebody is saying me, I think Aditya was saying that he integrated it and then I think he did something. I'm not able to understand what he is doing. Okay guys, so let's move to the next question. I hope you like this method. Let's see if we can find more such questions or more such methods rather. Okay, if a point source is placed at depth h in the liquid refractor, again this is a situation which is usually taught to you in total internal reflection, like when teachers are explaining about TIR. This is one situation which is definitely used in framing a question. At least I always do so. I always do this question. Of course, the data will be different. The data may be different actually. Majority of times it's the same data because refractive index of water is 4/3. The depth is given in terms of h. So what is to be done? Let me just tell you that. So there is a lake surface and at a depth h there is a bulb glowing. So light from the bulb will move like this. Light from the bulb will move like this. The ray which goes straight away, it will just go out. Alright, rays going like this, they are striking at small angle of incidence. They will deviate away from the normal as they are moving into the rarer medium. Rays like this will deviate further away. Then there will be a ray which will strike at critical angle and it will go like this. Any ray striking beyond this will get reflected back. So I can say that there is a circular region through which light is coming out. Any light going into this circular region will get out of the lake. Alright, it's a lake. We are talking about a liquid, okay, not a lake. Anyways, so it is this region from which the light is escaping. Beyond this, if a light ray strikes, it comes back to the liquid. So, so this is my ray of interest. I'm interested in this ray. This angle will be equal to critical angle. So I can say this is the solid angle. In this solid angle, whatever power is going, that escapes. Question is asking us to calculate what percentage of energy, light energy escapes. Alright, so if I write this solid angle as omega, then whatever power goes into this solid angle, that is escaping. So the power that lies within this solid or power escaped, this will be total power divided by total solid angle into omega. Now how do we write omega? We write omega as 2 pi 1 minus cos of half angle. The half angle right now is the critical angle, so cos of critical angle. So it will become p by 2 into 1 minus cos of critical angle, that is root of 1 minus sine square of critical angle. Sine of critical angle will be 3 by 4. It's 1 by mu. So I'm going to write 9 by 16 here. All right. So this is the power that is escaping. We have to tell the power in terms of percentage. So you divide it by p and multiply it with multiply by 100. So we end up writing this 1 minus this will become 16. It's the root of 7 by 16. All right. This divided by 2 into 100. So just finish this calculation and you are going to get the result. All right. I guess you are going to get 17% as the answer. We can finish this calculation, or at least I can do some approximation. For example, root 7 divided by 4. Root 7 will be close to, it will be more than 2, less than 3. It will be close to root 7 is what we are looking at. 2.6 I would say, right? So 2.6 divided by 4 will be 0.6 something. 1 minus 0.6 something. Yeah, so 0.35 approximately. So 17%, yes, close to 17% is what we are getting when we are doing this calculation. So B will be the correct option here. All right. All right, guys, I don't think there is any trick that I can use in this question, because numbers are given, data is given. Instead, if there would have been an expression, I would have tried something related to dimensions maybe, or some extreme cases maybe. All right. So let's move to this next question. Yeah. Next question. We are discussing 9th January paper here. System is released from rest, moment of inertia of the pulley. Okay, so we have like a system is given to us. Again, guys, just have a look at this question. I'm going to present a short trick again. I am going to try. Let's say if it works out or not. I'm again going to try this question by a trick. Let's see if it can work out. So the question says that there is a block, and it's an Atwood machine, which the pulley of moment of inertia I. All right, and we have released this M1, this is going down, and we have to give the angular velocity. All right, we have to give the angular velocity. This is what the question says. Find the angular speed. So, okay, what can I do in this question? First of all, just observe this. If the masses are equal, even after releasing one of the mass, is it going to fall down? If the masses are equal, is it going to fall down? My take is no, they are not going to fall down, which means the angular velocity will remain 0 if the masses are equal. So if I put m1 equal to m2, I should get a 0. Whichever option is not giving me a 0, that is the wrong option. All right. So I'm again doing this question by a trick. Rather than solving by the usual method, I'm going to do this by a short trick. Let's see how can we do this. So my first argument is if we put m1 equal to m2, we should get a 0. This expression is giving me 0. This is not giving me 0. This is wrong. All right. This is giving me 0. It may be correct. This is not giving me 0. It is wrong. So out of 4, I have eliminated 2. Now I have to think about something else to decide which one of these 2 is the correct one. Okay, the expressions look pretty similar to each other, apart from the fact that there is a 2 here and there is nothing here. So apart from that, everything is same. So I cannot rely on dimensions also. Dimensionally they are same. What the dimension is, I'm not interested in calculating that. I'm not interested in knowing what the actual dimensions are. What I can say is that they are same dimensionally. So let's forget the dimension thing. Now what I'm saying, let's say if m2 is 0, okay, if m2 is 0 and the pulley is also massless, consider this thing. If m2 is 0, if pulley is also massless, then this m1 will be falling freely, right? Like this m1 will be falling freely in that case. So the speed of m1 will become root 2gh after falling a height h. So if I put m1 as 0, actually guys, there's one mistake in the options presented here. I guess the question says that m1 is the heavier one, but the options presented here tells me that m2 has been considered as the heavier one. So we can make a correction here. We can make this as m1 and this as m2. We can make this as m1 and this as m2. All right. So if I put m2 as 0 now, the lighter one, I'm putting the lighter one as 0. If I put m2 as 0 and I consider the pulley as massless, putting m2 and pulley as massless, we end up with, see, m2 is 0, this is 0, this is I actually. Okay. So here we get root 2gh by r. I'll explain that r later on. Here I'm going to get root gh by r. So if this block is going down with root 2 gh by r and the string is tied on a massless pulley, the pulley will rotate with a speed of v by r. So this expression is matching with the answer. This expression is matching with the answer. So this should be the correct one and this should be the incorrect one, right? All right, so in this way we can eliminate the options. Clear? All right, getting this? Okay, so getting rid of this, let's move to the next question. Okay, now this question says find the current supplied by the battery. Again, I think this is one of the easier questions. Okay, this is one of the easier questions because I can clearly see that the current will have a tendency to flow like this. So this diode is in reverse bias. It will not allow any current to pass through it. Current will go like this. Again, this is in reverse bias. So current will go like this. So it's a single loop circuit. So we can write the current as EMF divided by the total resistance in the path. So total resistance is 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. So 9 divided by 30 is my answer. So this becomes how much? It becomes 0.3 ampere. So this is the current supplied by the battery. So B option is the correct one. Again, less than a minute question, I would say. Once you read the question, you should take less than a minute to solve this one. An easy question. I'm expecting many of you to get this one correct. All right, Govind is giving me the answer. Correct, Govind. Let's move to the next question. Okay, Rajni is telling me one of the options is 0. Probably Rajni was saying this for the previous question maybe. In any case, I guess elimination can be done. Okay. So an AC source is connected to the AC series circuit with, okay guys, again a trick question. I'll tell you how. Okay, again a trick question. See, V is given to us as 10 sine 314t. All right, I can very well write this as 10 sine 100 pi t. Just think about this. 314 can be written as 100 pi. Now current in the circuit as a function of time. L is given, C is given. No resistance has been mentioned in the question, which means it's a circuit containing only the capacitor and the inductor, which tells me that there will be a phase difference of 90 degree. Right? Either the current will lead the EMF or it will lag the EMF by 90 degree. All right. So we should be like, these three expressions indicate zero lag. All right, this indicates a lag of 90 degrees. So this has got to be the correct one. All right, this has got to be the correct one. Okay, assuming that the options are not given to us, how to do this question? Well, we first calculate the value of xc. So we do that as 1 upon omega c. So omega is 100 pi and c is given to us as 100 microfarad. So well, we do the calculation. Okay, this will become 100 by pi, right? This becomes 100 by pi ohms, and then we calculate XL, that's omega into L, so that will be 100 pi. The L is given as 40 millihenry, so 40 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 is what we are getting, so it becomes 4 pi ohm. All right, now you take the difference of these two. This value is close to what? This 100 by 3 point something, so it's 3.33. In fact, this pi is more than 3, so it will be less than 3.33. Let's just assume it to be 3.2. So, and this value is how much? 4 pi. Pi is 3, so it's 12.56 maybe. So the difference of these two will be close to 9, I would say 9 point something rather, right? So 9 point something. So when I divide 10 by 9 point something, okay, I end up getting okay, have I made some mistake? The difference of these two, it will be 3 point something and 12. Okay. Can you help me, guys? Have I committed some mistake here? This value will be 3 point. Okay, it will be 33 point something. Sorry, this will be 33 point something. So 33 minus 12 or something around 12. This number will be close to 20, which means we are going to get something close to 0.5. So on that basis, we can decide this magnitude. The phase lag or lead should be of 90 degrees, so we should look for a cos. All right, getting this one. So thank you, Vishwendra, you were there to help me. Thank you so much. All right, let's move to the next question now. Okay, now this question says there is a long solenoid of radius r having n turns per unit length, current I flowing in it, particle having a charge q and mass m. Okay guys, I'll try to explain this question a bit. Before we start solving this question, let me just give a background of what is happening here. So we have a solenoid and some current is flowing in the windings. Okay, so that will lead to a magnetic field like this. Okay, that will lead to a magnetic field like this. I hope you understand this. I hope you know this. Let's say an observer is looking from here. So this is the eye of the observer, and this observer is going to observe a circular region in which magnetic lines are going inwards. So the observer is going to witness crosses here. Okay, now if we throw a particle from the axis of the solenoid, all right, like this, and we throw it very slowly, okay, consider it to be a positive particle, it will make a small circle like this. If we increase the speed, it will make a larger circle. If we further increase the speed, still larger circle, still larger circle. So it will hit the solenoid when such a figure happens. When such a figure happens, that means the diameter of the circle followed by the particle becomes equal to the radius of the solenoid, right? So we write this radius, the radius of the circle followed by the particle is written as mv by qb. B can be written as mu naught ni. So this is this radius, and this is actually half of the radius of the solenoid. Have a look at this figure. This radius is the radius of the solenoid, so this is half of that. So you solve this equation to get the value of v. Alright, so this is the maximum speed with which we can throw and still prevent the collision. So when I solve this, I can see that I'm going to get a 2 in the denominator. So let's look for options which have 2 in the denominator. So A option is the correct one here. How many of you replied A in the chat box? I'm still waiting for some answers. Okay guys, so the correct answer to this one would be A. Let's move to the next question. Okay. Alright, now this question says what? This question says what? Capacitor, resistor. So guys, there is a capacitor, there is a resistor, and we connected it to a battery of 5 volts. So when we connected the capacitor to the battery, the capacitor got charged. So the capacitor acquired a charge of 5 CV or 5C, right? It's 5 volt. So the capacitor acquires a charge of 5C. Both the capacitors have charge of 5C. Okay, getting this? Okay. Actually, I'm not sure this V is for volt or this V is some like constant value. So these, by looking at the options, I think V has been used as a constant value here. So the initial charge will be 5 CV. Now this diode will allow this capacitor to get discharged. So basically this gives us the same 5 CV value here. So this is definitely wrong. This is definitely wrong. This one will get discharged. So in one time constant, 63 of the discharging process will be complete. That means 5 CV by E charge will be left, right? The equation for discharging is Q naught into e raised to power minus t by RC. All right, so after one time constant, the charge becomes 1 by E of its initial value. So we are looking at C as the correct option. 5 CV by E and 5 CV. These are the correct options. All right, straightforward, easy question based on capacitor and semiconductors, the use of diodes, that is. All right, getting this? Okay, I guess Deepak is saying 5 nahi tha. Okay, in any case, Deepak, let's assume कि 5 नहीं था. चलो सिर्फ V मान लेते हैं. I guess the concept is clear. I guess these questions are memory based. So slight error here and there can be there. What we have asked from our students is the concept on which the question came and the situation on which the question came. So the values can be a little bit different. All right. With that, let's move to the next question now. This question says a sphere of density rho is half submerged in a liquid. Okay, I'll tell you the situation there. So let's say this is the liquid surface, and let's say that this is the solid which is half submerged. So this half submerged part will experience a buoyant force. It will experience an mg, and on this boundary we are also expecting a force of surface tension acting tangential to the surface of the sphere, which is vertical at this point, right? At the equator, if you draw tangents, you take a globe, all right, and you draw a horizontal equator on the globe, you draw lines which are perpendicular to the equator, that will be vertical. So the surface tension will give us a force of T into 4 pi r in the upward direction. The buoyant force will be written as density of the liquid, which is sigma, into volume submerged, which is the volume of a hemisphere, all right, into G, and this should balance mg. Mg will be written as density into the total volume into G. So we have to rearrange these terms to get the value of R. 1 R gets cancelled, 2 pi gets cancelled, like if this becomes, this 2 pi gets cancelled, this 2 pi gets cancelled, 2 is left here. So one r gets cancelled, this becomes square, this becomes square. So we are left with 3t. All right, I have taken care of this, divided by 2 rho minus sigma, 2 rho minus sigma g, and root of this is what r is. All right, on solving this, you're going to get this value. So let's have a look at the options. So I'm looking for a 3t kind of an option. So I can see a 3t here, 2 rho minus g. So D option is the correct one here. How many of you replied D? Gunjita, Harsh, and yes. So Rohit has also given me the correct answer. So D will be the correct answer here. All right, guys. Let's move to the next question now. Let's move to the question number 16. An EM wave traveling in this direction. So let's try to understand what is going on here. Like there have been at least one question in every paper, in every shift. Like in every shift, I should say. There's no need to say every paper and every shift. Okay. So on EM waves, and all these questions required a fair amount of understanding of the situation. All right. Not that the question was complex conceptually, but the situation required a bit of understanding. So let's have a look at that. EM wave is traveling in this direction. So EM wave is traveling in the XY plane. Like if I select this as the x-axis, this as the y-axis, then the EM wave is traveling in this direction, right? This is the direction in which the EM wave is traveling. And axis of polarization, which is generally the axis of the direction where the electric field points. So that is K direction. So electric field is pointing in this direction, like K is outwards from the plane of board. We have to find out the equation of magnetic field. First of all, let me try to figure out the direction of the magnetic field. If the wave is going in this direction, electric field is in this direction, then the direction of B can be obtained by checking the direction of V cross E. So V cross E is in this direction. So magnetic field should point here. All right. So I'm looking for an option where magnetic field is pointing like the x component is positive and the y component is negative. So this cannot be the correct one, because it says that magnetic field points in this direction. So this is definitely wrong. What about this one? X component is positive, y component is negative. This can still be correct. So I'm not cutting it out. This can still be correct. Okay. This one is definitely wrong. All right. So we have two possibilities left, and out of these two, we have to pick one. Now this expression tells me that the wave is going on the negative direction. Like this is the direction of wave travel, but it's moving on the opposite direction. Like it's going like this. So this is also wrong. So this has got to be the correct one. Like this is telling me that the wave is going in this direction on positive side. So C option will be the correct one. Getting this clear? Getting rid of this. Moving on. All right. Now this question says that different values. Okay, guys. Now this question is something that can really trouble you in a test, because we generally try to avoid calculations, or we want to do them very, very quickly in test. And this question tells me that I'll have to do a lot of addition, right? Now, if you give this question to probably a 7-year-old, like a kid from 7th standard or 8th standard, he would be thrilled to see this question, because simple addition is to be done, as you may have thought. So he would be thrilled, because this is something which is his forte or her forte, student of 7th or 8th standard. But I'm pretty sure that when you had a look at this question in the examination, you would have felt a little bad or a bit intimidating. So let's see what is to be done in this question. This question, the concept is this: you add all the numbers, then you are going to get some values, you round them off to appropriate significant figure, and then you compare. That's the trick in this question, or that's how this question should be dealt with. So first of all, add all these numbers. So when you add them, I'm going to observe few things. Like if I start adding this, let's pay attention to this part only. Like see, I'm pretty sure that each one of you can do this question. The trick is how to do this in examination, like what you should have thought in the exam. Just pay attention to this number: 220, 20 and 40. So that's 280. All right. So, and the sum of these three isn't going to become 1. Like this place will not change. Okay. So 280 point something is what I'm going to get. Let's pay attention to the next one. 218 and 22. That's 240. Plus 40, 280. If I add these three, okay, so 0.36, 0.37, so that's close to 0.74, or yeah, 0.74, 76, 75. If I add 0.2 to that, I still don't get a number which is like, but I get something close to like this is 280 point probably 9 something or very close to 9. Okay, this was 280, this was 0.5, 0.6. So this was 0.6 something. Okay, I'm not doing the exact mathematics. I'm going by approximations, and it's not that I'm doing these approximate calculation like brainlessly. I'm not doing it brainlessly. I'm having a good look at the numbers and then I'm adding them. All right, so something in this range. Then if I add 221, 241, 241 and 39 is again 280. So 280, let's me pay attention to the next digit now. Now this is 0.2, 0.44, 0.84. So I'm getting 0.84. Now this, I'm not very sure about this number because I did not pay attention to the digits which are beyond the second place after decimal. So I'm doubtful about this, but let's continue doing this. So 221 and 18. So that's 239. 239 and 40 would be 279. So for this number I'm getting 279. But when I add these three numbers, 0.28 and 0.36, 0.28 and 0.36 will give me what? 0.56, 0.64, right? 0.64 and 4. So something more than 1, but barely more than 1. So I'm going to get a 280 here. But the number that I'm going to get here will not be too large. Like if I add these numbers 0.436, like if I add 36, 28 and 40. So 36 and 28 is 64 and 40 would be 104. So probably 4 or something else. So after doing some approximate calculations, what I can think, okay, now we have to round them off to the appropriate number of. So what I mean here, that these numbers will not make a difference. These numbers will not make a difference. You just pay attention to the decimal values and you start rounding them off. Okay, now these numbers are pretty close. So I'm going to pay attention to these because when I round them off, this number contains 6 significant digits. I'll come to this side so that I can be in the frame of camera. This number contains 5 significant digits. This contains 6. This contains 4. So my final result should contain 4 significant digits. That means I have to take care of the first digit after the decimal point. So 280 is same for all. I have to take care of the first digit after the decimal point. How do I do that? By the second digit after the decimal point. So I guess this is okay, this is okay. To compare these two, I have to look at this number. Okay, to round off these two, I have to get this number. So you have to just take care of the exact calculation in the second and the third option. The least would be D4. The least would be D4. Then we will have D1, D2. D1. So D4, then D1, and then we will have 2 and 3. So let me first check. Can I find out the final answer without going into further detail? Like in objective questions, I would tend to do as less calculation as possible. All right. So D4 and D1, by looking at the options, you can click on this one because none of the options give us this order. Okay, D4, then so these three will be eliminated. In any case, if you want to finish the question, check these sum. Now, okay, check this sum and round it off to 4 decimal places, so to 4 significant digits, and then you will end up with the result. The result would be that these two numbers will end up to be same. I think this number will probably be, it will be more than 5. So this will get rounded off to 280.9. It will remain 280.9, and like this, the two numbers will become equal. All right, got this one. Now I can read in some chat that the values can be different. Of course, the values can be different. Our students have just told us the concept on which the question came. They just told us that there was a question in which 3 numbers were to be added with significant digits of 4, 6 and 5. All right, and the numbers were pretty close, like the units place was same, only the decimal places had the difference. And so we have basically framed the question on the data that our students were able to recall. So of course the data can be different. All right. With that note, let me move to the next question. This question says 2 gases, argon and xenon, and they are at the same temperature, that have the same number density. The diameters are given. We have to find the ratio of their mean free path. So one other question I got, like I observed in one of the previous papers. By previous, I mean one of the papers of 2020, like these exams only. The expression for mean free path is 1 upon root 2 pi d square into the molecular density. So the question says that they are the same temperature, their mean density is same. So the ratio of the mean free path, okay, the ratio of the mean free path will be given by diameter of xenon square divided by diameter of AR square. So we have to look, the diameters are given to us. So the answer would be 0.1 upon 0.07 square. So that's 10 by 7 square. All right, so this is what? This is close to 1. I would say 4 square. So you can pick up the correct value from here. The ratio of their mean free path, I guess the 1.4 square will be close to 2, right? Root 2 is 1.41, so 1.4 square will be close to 2. So this will be the correct answer here. Getting this? All right, guys, let's move to the next question now. Now this question says a particle starts moving with a velocity of 3 I cap from the origin and acceleration. Now what you have to notice in this question is that initially there was no velocity in the y direction, right? The initial velocity was along x only. There was no velocity in the y direction. The acceleration along y is 4. So the question says when y coordinate is 32. So this 32 can be equated as half into ay t square. Ay is given to be 4. So that gives me time as 4 seconds. So we are discussing situation after 4 seconds. We want the x coordinate at that instant. So x coordinate will be given as ux into time plus half ax into time square. So that's 12. That's 12 plus no, this is 4 square. The time was 4. All right, so 3 into 16 is 48. All right, so 60 will be the correct answer. So B option will be the correct option here. All right, getting this here? Okay, guys, let's move on to the next one. Now this question says electron of charge minus mod E. I guess that's a very good way of writing the charge, clearly indicating what we mean by E. Okay, is released in electric field from rest. Rate of change of de Broglie wavelength with time. Now that's interesting. Interesting also, easy also. De Broglie wavelength is written as h by p. So if we have to find rate of change of de Broglie wavelength, we are looking for minus 1 upon p square into dp by dt. So this is what we are looking for. So minus h by p square. All right, dp by dt is what? Force, according to Newton's second law. So minus h by, now p square. P will be what? P is like momentum can be written as momentum can be written as force into time, especially the particle, when the particle was released from rest. So the change in momentum will be same as the final momentum. So I can write this as, all right, so mod of this becomes the force into time, that's momentum, square of this into the force. So I'm going to get minus h upon mod e naught and then t square. One force will get cancelled. So do we have an option like this? Minus h by mod t square. So C option will be the correct one here. I guess everything is okay. No miscalculations. Yeah. So C option will be the correct one here. Getting this one? All right. Let's move to the next question now. Okay guys, now we are into the numericals. Now in YDSA pattern of light, 15 fringes are obtained on a certain, now guys, this question says what? This question says that if this is the screen, there is some part of the screen which contains 15 fringes. So that's obvious that this length should be 15 times of fringe width. Now when we change the wavelength to some other value, the same segment of screen is now containing 10 fringe widths or 10 fringes. So in the same region, if we have 10 fringes, then 10 into the new fringe width, this length should be same as this one. So I should write 15 into beta. Beta is d lambda by d. This is same as 10 into beta prime. That's d lambda prime. That's d lambda prime by d. So this d gets cancelled. This gets cancelled. So the value of lambda prime will be what? It will be 3 by 2 times lambda, right? Am I correct? Yeah, it will be 3 by 2 times lambda. So my answer would be 3 by 2, 750 nanometer. is what my answer would be. The question is asking for wavelength in nanometer, so the answer would be 750. All right, the correct answer to this question will be 750, guys. Many of you have given the answer already. Smile, Poonam, Phantom, Priyanshu, Monica, Phantom again, Tech Remixer, and Kashvi, if I pronounce that correctly. No, Prakhar, Prakhar is, you are wrong, and Ankit, you are right. All right, Nakshatra is also right. Okay, so these are the names that are visible to me right now in the chat. More names may just come up. There's a lag of few seconds, so it may happen that while I'm reading out the name, you have posted your correct answer, but I may have skipped your name. That's because it came to me late. Okay, now let's move to the next question. Now, in a beta bridge experiment, the balancing length was 25 centimeter for the situation shown. Now, this actually tells me the value of the so I can write R divided by X as 25 divided by 75. So R can be written as X by 3. So first of all, the information that the balancing length was 25 centimeter, that gives us the value of R. Okay, now question says that we have the length and diameter of the wire resistance is made half. So here a wire was present here. You can interpret this as a wire. We have decrease the length to half, we have decreased the diameter to half, so the resistance will now be different. Let's try to understand this. Resistance is written as rho L by A is written as pi d square by 4. So when I change the length to half of its initial value and I change the diameter to half of its initial value, here actually the effect will happen twice because d square is there. So the new resistance will be rho L by 2 pi d square 4 and like this. So basically the resistance will become twice. Okay, so I have changed this resistance to twice, and we now want to know what will be the balancing length. So this R prime will become what? This R prime is actually 2x by 3. Okay, it has become twice the previous value. Knowing this, let's solve this question now. Okay, like we have already solved half of it. So now this resistance is actually 2x by 3. Let's consider this length as unknown. We want to find out the new balance length. So 2x by 3 divided by x should be same as L divided by 100 minus L. So when I solve this, I get 200 minus 2L is equals to 3L. So L becomes equal to 40. So that will be the correct answer here. All right, L equal to 40 is the correct answer. Getting this? So Gunjita, Dharme, Priyanshu, Shweta, Surendra, Gunjita, and Priyanshu again, Vineet are the names that I can see on the screen right now. Let's move to the next question now. Now this question says the power loss in each diode. Now guys, pay attention here. We have been asked the power loss in each diode in milliwatt if potential drop across the Zener diode. So there are two Zener diodes and the potential drop across them is 8 volt, which means the potential drop across one diode is 4 volt, and there is a voltage of 12 volt. This is 8 volt. So potential difference or potential drop across these two resistances combined will be 4 volt, right? So current is flowing like this. Current is flowing like this, and this current will be written as 4 divided by 400. So the current that is flowing is 0.01 ampere. So potential drop across the diode is 4 volt. So power produced in it is current into the potential drop. So that's 0.04 watt. This is 40 milliwatt. So the correct answer to this one will also be 40. Now the previous answer was 40. The answer to this one will also be 40. All right, let's move to the next one. Okay, an ideal gas at initial temperature of 300 Kelvin is compressed adiabatically to 1/16th of its initial volume. The gas is then expanded isothermally, so isobarically. So what is happening is like this, like your process goes like this and then it becomes like this. So I'm representing the process on a PV diagram. So we have first expanded the gas to compressed. Okay, we are compressing it, I'm sorry. We are compressing it first. So the graph is like this. We have compressed it adiabatically. So if this is V0, this becomes V0 by 16. And then we are what we are doing? Okay, I've moved to the next question. And the gas is then expanded isobarically. Okay, then isobaric expansion is happening to double its volume. Double its volume means we are bringing it to V0 by 8. So from V0 we went to V0 by 16 and then we moved to V0 by 8 isobarically. Okay, great. So the gas is then expanded isobarically to double its volume. Okay, the final temperature of the gas round to nearest. So we are looking for the final temperature. Let's try to understand this. So if I consider this pressure as P0, okay, then the pressure here, first I'm going to find out the pressure here. For that I'm going to use the fact that this is an adiabatic process. So PF into V0 by 16 raised to power gamma is equals to P0 into V0 raised to power gamma. The V0 raised to power gamma gets cancelled. So PF will be given by P0 into 16 raised to power gamma. 16 raised to power gamma. Gamma is 1.4. Alright, so I can write this as P0 into 2 raised to power 4. So 2 raised to power 4 into 1.4 is what we can write. Okay, so this will be my final pressure. Okay, right. I have obtained pressure. We have to obtain the temperature. Actually, we are looking for the temperature. So my strategy would be to like the same pressure exists here. We know the volume here. So the temperature here, like the final temperature, TF, will be written as the final pressure, which is P0 into 2 raised to power 5.6 into the final volume, which is V0 by 8. So this becomes equal to P0 V0. Then 8 can be written as 2 raised to power 3. So this becomes 2 raised to power 2.6. 5.6 minus 3 is 2.6. This is what? P0 V0. This gives me the actually NRTF will be this equal to product will be equal to this product. So basically TF will become I can write TF as 300. Okay, this P0 V0 divided by NR will become the initial temperature. That's 300 into 2 raised to power 2.6. Okay, so this is what my final temperature will be. Now you have to do this calculation. It is going to take some time, but you'll have to do this calculation. It is 300 into 4 plus 300 into 2 raised to power 0.6. So I'm trying to get as close to the correct answer as possible. So I've split this one. So 300 into 4, this is 1200. Now I have to figure out what this value will be. It will be difficult to figure out this value. I'll have to use log. Let's try to give it a shot. Okay, a lot of calculation will be required, but let's try to see what is the best that we can do. So if I consider 2 raised to power 0.6 as x, then log of like 0.6 into log 2 will become x. So this is 0.6 into log 2 is 0.301. Okay, so the value of x is how much? The value of x is actually 18. This is the value of x. Okay, am I correct? No, log x actually. On this side also we will take a log. So this is log x. Okay, so we have obtained the, so 10 raised to power 0.18. Anyways, it hasn't helped by much. Did not help much. Would have been better if this number would have gone to some other thing. So I guess guys, you'll have to do some approximation here. When you do this calculation like 2 raised to power 0.6, okay, let me do it other way. Let me try to get to the closer value. 2 raised to power 0.6 can be written as 2 raised to power 0.5 into 2 raised to power 0.1. So 2 raised to power 0.5 is 1.4 into 2.01. So if I multiply both sides by 300, okay, so 300 into 1.4 will become 420. into 2 raised to power 0.1. So this number is certainly more than 1. So the temperature will be 1200 plus 420 into something. So it's definitely more than 1620. 2 raised to power 0.1. What can I do for this? 2 raised to power 0.1. Any suggestions? I guess you'll have to, this is a numerical based question also, so I guess there's nothing further we can do. If we do this calculation, I guess we are going to end up something close to 1800 we are going to get. Yeah. Okay guys, so yeah, this question actually got me. Like without calculator, it's going to consume a lot of time. Even if we try to find the value of 2 raised to power 0.1, it's going to consume some time. I'm moving to the next question for now. Let's see how to do this question now. This question is giving us an electric field, which is actually a variable, which is a non-uniform electric field. It's a function of x and y, and it's pointing in the x direction as well as y direction. And we have to calculate the flux through ABCD. Now let's first identify the surfaces. The surface ABCD is this one. Okay, so I have to calculate flux through this surface. Now, if I have a look at the electric field is pointing in the x direction. So these field lines will not penetrate this surface. So the contribution of this part will be 0. And we have electric field in the j direction. Okay, now j direction is outwards. This is y. So j direction, so this will also not contribute anything. So don't pay attention to the functions, pay attention to the unit vectors. So this component is in this direction, this component is in this direction. So both these do not contribute to flux in this. So phi1 is 0. Alright, now we are looking for phi2. Now for phi2, the surface is what? The surface is, which one? BCEF. So BCEF would be this. Again, in this surface, J will not contribute anything. So the contribution from this part will be 0. And for this particular surface, x coordinate is a constant value. For this surface, x coordinate has a constant value of 3. Okay, so the electric field is 12. It's a uniform electric field for this surface. So 12 multiplied by the area. The area will be how much? It's a square surface actually. The height is 2, right? And this is also 2. So 12 into 4. 12 into 4. The electric field is 12. The area is 4. 48. 48 would be the correct value. So phi2 is 48. Alright. And we have to give the value of phi1 minus phi2. So minus 48 will be the correct answer to this question. Getting this? Alright. Okay, so if there was an option of putting a minus sign, also put minus 48. Otherwise, you can just put 48 if there was an option of putting only positive value. So guys, I end the discussion of this paper. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you liked the video. If you did that, if you liked the video, guys, do not forget to hit the like button. And I would like to tell you about this crash course that we are launching for the April attempt of JEE. You can be a part of this course by clicking on this link. Just follow the procedure mentioned there, and you will be getting a good discount. You will be getting a discount of 50%. That's the default discount that we are giving. But if you use this coupon code, you are going to get some additional discount. So make sure that you are using this code if you are enrolling for the course. On that note, I am signing off. Take care, guys. Prepare well for your April attempt or maybe for JEE Advanced. Good luck. This is Vikas Agrawal signing off. Take care, guys.